Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again, and this is Matchday Live. And we are ready for a very, very relaxing afternoon watching Arsenal thrash the worst team in the Premier League, Sheffield United. It's all coming up the other side of this. So Arsenal versus Sheffield United, then, if ever there was a home banker in the Premier League, it's this one, let's be honest. And quite honestly, if we can't beat Sheffield United at home, then all the players should resign and give up playing football. Mikel Arteta should leave and go and do a different job. But anyway, we still need to pick a team to win this game and to play this game. And this is the team that we've gone with, guys. This is the team. In goal, it's David Raya. Back four, Ben White, William Saliba, Jacob Kiwior comes in. And Alexander Zinchenko's back at left back. In midfield, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Emil Smith-Rowe gets a first start in the Premier League for a very, very long time. Big day for him. And in the front three, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli are either side of the Golden Boot winner in waiting, Eddie Nketiah. On the bench then for Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale, Gabriel, Takahiro Tomiyasu, Mohamed Elneny, Jorginho, Martin Odegaard on the bench. Well, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, and Leandro Trossard. So that is your Arsenal team. What do you make of that? We'll go over it in a minute. For Sheffield United, in goal for them it is Wes Foderingham. Their back four is Jayden Bogle, Austin Trusty, of course, who sort of briefly signed for Arsenal but never played. Jack Robinson and Luke Thomas. They got five across midfield. James McAtee on loan from Man City. Oliver Norwood, Ben Simane, Vicinius Souza, and Gustavo Harmer. And up front it is Ryan Brewster. On the bench for them it is goalkeeper Adam Davis. It's George Baldock, Ben Osborne, Yasser Larossi, John Fleck, Bernie Traore, Ryan Una, Cameron Archer, and Andre Brooks. So there you go then. What do we make of that Arsenal team? Why on earth is Eddie Nketiah playing ahead of Leandro Trossard? Can someone answer that question? Because I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Mikel Arteta wants him to get some confidence by scoring a load of goals against this absolutely horrendous team that we're playing today. But we shall see. Nathan's in the chat. My friend, he said, hi, everyone in the chat. Chelsea 0, Brentford 2. Yes, I did sort of just see briefly a little bit of that. We couldn't beat Chelsea away, could we? Wow. Terry says, afternoon, Richard and Nathan. Chelsea more embarrassing than our running last season, where it's not great, is it? Nathan's gone for a 4-0, and why not? Off-roads in the chat. Afternoon, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Terry says, this will be Odegaard's best first half in the last two games. Yeah, it will, because he's sitting on the bench. Let's get your score prediction. And Nathan's gone 4-0. I mean, let's be honest. If we don't win this game and win it well, then we need to ask some serious questions, don't we? Because, you know, Sheffield United are one of the worst teams ever to be in the Premier League since the Premier League started. So, yeah, it should be a nice, comfortable game. And maybe it's an opportunity for Kai Havertz in the starting lineup today, Eddie Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe, Jacob Kiwior as well, to get some minutes in and also to hopefully gain some confidence playing against a team that we should be really, really comfortable against. I mean, let's be honest. And I'm sure we will be. But it's the Premier League. Anything can happen. We've seen some weird results before. I mean, I know it was away from home, but Man City had to come from behind and win it late on away, didn't they, at Sheffield United? So they can compete on their day, but we're at home. We should be far, far too strong. And as I say, if we can't beat this Sheffield United team at the Emirates, then quite honestly, I don't think football is for any of these players and this manager. Offroad's gone there, 3-0. Yeah, I mean, we'll take a 3. I've got to be honest, I think we will hammer these today. I really do. I just don't think they're very good. And I think we'll be well up for this. I'm going to go 5-0. I expect us to win pretty easily in the end. We might have to be a bit patient in the first 20 minutes or so. They've got 5 in midfield. They're going to get everyone behind the ball, make it difficult for us. Of course, they would. They're not going to come here and play open football, are they? Because they'd get hammered. But I do think in the end, it may take us time to get the goal. But I think once we go in front, I think we will end up winning reasonably comfortably. So I'm going to go 5-0 in the end. I think our quality that we've got is enough to win this game at a canter, really. But anyway, we'll see. I say we can't take any game for granted in the Premier League, but yeah, if we don't win this, then serious questions will need to be asked, won't they? I'm quite looking forward to having a nice, relaxing afternoon, because there's been a lot of sort of stressful games, hasn't there, in the last few weeks with the men and with the women. Everything's been up in the air. It's been difficult games. We've had to, maybe late goals and stuff like that. So it'd be nice, won't it, if we can have a nice, relaxing one today and just cruise through the game and just enjoy it, which is what it's all about, isn't it? Arthur says the afternoon missed the midweek game. Then ISP had an internet fault. Oh, right. Okay. Well, okay. That's a shame, isn't it? We played pretty well, actually, in midweek. We got ourselves 2-0 up. We looked in control, and then we conceded a daft goal, which is something that we've done such a lot of. And then in the end, we were hanging on a little bit, actually. But it was a decent performance overall, I have to say. And we fully deserved the victory, even though we made a little bit more harder work of it than maybe we should have done, because we were in control of that game for such a long time. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because we got the 3 points, and that's ultimately what mattered in that Champions League group, because we suffered that defeat last time. We had to win, and we did, and we won well. So we are now counting down the time to the kickoff at the Emirates this afternoon. It seems like there's nicer weather today. There's been a lot of storms and stuff, hasn't there, around the country over the last couple of weeks. And it's nice that the weather seems to be a little bit calmer now, which is good to see, isn't it? And hopefully it will lead to a good game of football, which is what we want to see, don't we? Terry's gone there 3-1. Martinelli has got to cover Havertz and Zinchenko today, but he'll have time to play in his own position. Well, we'll see. And Nathan says, I think all 3 promoted teams will go back down. It's certainly looking that way, isn't it? Sheffield United and Burnley are struggling. Luton, to be fair to them, I thought at the start of the season, Luton were guaranteed to go straight back down, and the way they started the season. But actually, in recent weeks, they've kind of picked up a little bit, haven't they? They've picked up some results, and they're competing now. And out of the 3, I feel that they will probably be, I know it seems strange to say it, because they were my favourites to go down at the start of the season, but they actually might end up being the most likely ones to stay up now, just in the way that they're playing. They're picking up points and they're competing, whereas Sheffield United have had some big defeats, haven't they? Burnley can't get going at all, and I think those 2 are doomed. But I think Luton have got a chance. And who would it be that drops down with them? Would it be Everton? Wouldn't that be a surprise? So many years Everton seem to have been battling against relegation, and they managed to survive. Will this be the year that their luck runs out? Maybe. But yeah, I think 2 out of the 3 almost certainly will go down. I don't think there's much doubt. But we'll see. Luton currently aren't even in the bottom 3. It's Bournemouth, actually, isn't it, that are in the bottom 3? The only other team other than Sheffield United not to have got a win. In fact, Sheffield have only got 1 point, haven't they? That was a draw against Everton, wasn't it, funnily enough? They've lost all their away games this season, got the worst goal difference in the league. Although, to be fair, that was on the back of that one game, the 8-0 defeat against Newcastle, wasn't it? Which was one of the strangest Premier League games that you'll probably ever see. But anyway, Nathan says, I thought Burnley would have been better under company. It's difficult, isn't it? They won the Championship last season at a canter, didn't they? It doesn't always mean you're going to be ready for the Premier League. They play too open football, don't they, Burnley? That's the trouble. Maybe that will change as the season goes on. Maybe they'll adapt and they'll change that way that they play. I'm not sure. But yeah, at this moment in time, they are looking very, very poor, aren't they? Anyway, the other news today, with Martin Odegaard dropped to the bench for some really poor performances. But Bukayo Saka is the captain today. Isn't this a great moment for him, leading the team out at the Emirates? He did, of course, wear the captain's armband, didn't he, in a game recently. Was it the Chelsea game towards the end? And he's actually starting this game as captain. It's good to see, isn't it? We all love Bukayo Saka, of course. Personally, this would have been a perfect opportunity, wouldn't it, to give the armband to Declan Rice, who's the leader on the pitch, isn't he? He's the best midfield player we've had since Patrick Vieira, and it would have been nice for him to have had that opportunity. Yes, I know he's a reasonably new player into the team, but even so, I still think that it would have been nice to have given him that armband. Anyway, the teams are in the tunnel. Arsenal, of course, lining up with their red kit. They've got these new tracksuit jackets, we know, you know what it's like. We release 50 million different sort of training tops, don't we, and jackets throughout the season. We've just released this new one now. I think it's very, very expensive from what I've seen, but no doubt the minions will buy it because they always do. They have to have the latest jacket, don't they? I still wear this one here from about 4 years ago, which I actually got second hand anyway. But there you go. Anyway, the teams are in a total. So Arsenal will be lining up in their home kit. I think I'm not quite sure actually what the away kit. It looks like it's like a pink kit. Like a salmon pink kit for Sheffield United. The teams are coming out now into the daylight at the Emirates. Of course, the clocks go back tonight, don't they? So the 3 o'clock games from next week will actually end in the dark, won't they? It'll be dark by 5 o'clock. And that will, you know, the winter months are coming then, which is not a lot of fun, is it? But anyway, the teams are coming out now into the Emirates Stadium. It looks like there's still a few empty seats, but most people are still probably out down the bottom, aren't they? Getting a drink and food, whatever they're doing. Russ is in the chat. Russ, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Should win this comfortably, shouldn't we, mate? I mean, it shouldn't be too many dramas today. Terry says should have given it straight to Rice and then it's done and dusted. No BS talk. Why Odegaard ain't captain? Oh, yeah, I would have done that. That would have been my choice. I would have made Declan Rice captain. I say today's the opportunity, isn't it? If you're leaving Odegaard out because he's been absolutely terrible, hasn't he, for the last few games, then now's the opportunity, isn't it? Make him captain today and you can just keep him as captain afterwards, can't you? Bukayo Saka is not going to be captain long term, is he? He's not. They're not going to make Bukayo Saka the full-time captain. Declan Rice is the leader of this team on the pitch. But anyway, it's good to see Saka as captain today, leading the team out. A big moment for him, of course, coming through the academy and all that kind of stuff. We love it, don't we? And it's great for him, and I'm sure he'll rise to the occasion. He's a captain that you know is going to rise in the game. I mean, I know this isn't a big game in a sense because it's a game we should win. But anyway, it is good to say that, isn't it? Nathan says there, it's mad to say, but Rice looks like a bargain at 105 million. And yeah, no, you're right. I think he's the best midfield player we've had at Arsenal since Patrick Vieira. I know that seems mad, and I'm not saying he's at that level yet. But for me, he's the best midfield player we've had since Patrick Vieira. And, you know, the early signs are looking really, really good. And if he goes on and has as much success with us as Patrick Vieira did, then we won't be too disappointed, will we? It will be 105 million well spent. And it has been already. You know, I know the transfer market's gone mad, hasn't it? When you're paying 105 million for what is essentially well, I suppose he's a box-to-box midfield player, really, isn't he? But even so, you know, you'd imagine a goal scorer goes for 105 million. You know, a Erling Haaland type of player, not a midfield player. But you're right, he has been a bargain, I think, and it's exactly what we needed. You know, Thomas Partey looks like he's going to be out of the club for whatever reason that's going on. Not really sure what's going on behind the scenes there. I think he's going to be gone. And Declan Rice has been a fantastic upgrade on him, I think. I'm not saying that he's not a great player, Thomas Partey, because he is, but Declan Rice is better. He is better. There's no doubt about that. And I'll say he's transformed this midfield. But it's the other areas of the pitch for me. We're still massively short of a centre forward, aren't we? The fact that Eddie Nketiah's got to come in today because Jesus is injured shows that lack of depth that we've got in that position. But it's not surprising, is it? Because 4 years into being manager of Arsenal, he's bought one striker, Mikel Arteta, and that is Gabriel Jesus. That's it, one striker. That's just ridiculous when you think about it, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous to only have one striker that he's bought in 4 years. And that's clearly where we're lacking, aren't we? January, we have to buy a striker. We have to. And whether it's a striker that fits in to the system or any striker that's going to score 20 goals, what we need. Anyway, they're doing a minute's applause for Bobby Charlton, of course, who sadly passed away last week. An absolute legend of English football and getting a brilliant tribute at the Emirates Stadium today. I'll be at all games, of course, before the kickoff. What a fantastic player he was and what a great role model as well for English football. Brilliant. And, you know, you can put aside, can't your rival with your other clubs, Man United and whatever. He was an absolute legend and fully deserves this minute's applause that he's getting from all the players and the fans at the Emirates today. Terry says there, without Rice, we would have been in deep poop indeed. Wayne says there, I'm not saying this yet at all, but my mate at work said to me, he reckons Rice will end up better than Busquets. That's a massive take. but a non-Arsenal fan said this to me the other day. Yeah, I mean, I don't generally try to compare players at our club to players from other teams, but certainly from what I've seen from Arsenal over the last 30 years or so, he's, to me, the best, most complete midfield player we've had since Patrick Vieira. That's what I believe. And whether he can go on and reach those heights, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, anyway, we are about to kick off here at the Emirates. It's going to be Sheffield United in their away colours of, it's sort of like a pinky colour, isn't it? They're going to be kicking off, attacking the goal to our left, which is at the clock end, and we are off and underway here at the Emirates. Of course, last season against the bottom team, so we struggled a little bit at home, didn't we? Especially towards the end of the season. The Bournemouth game, if you remember, was terrible. Southampton as well, conceding goals in the very, very early stages of both of those games. So let's hope today we get a better start. We've played 20 seconds without conceding a goal, which is quite good, isn't it? Terry says, come on, you Gunners. He says, I love tea and biscuits. Yeah, I think we all do as well, don't we? You can't beat that, can you? Offroad says there are 2 sick notes, Jesus and Party out for weeks again. We should sell Party in January and replace them. Well, we've kind of replaced them already with Rice, haven't we? But yeah, we do need someone else in there as well. Wayne says, let's beat Austin Trusty today. Yeah, I mean, Austin Trusty, not quite sure why we ever bought him anyway. Bukayo Saka, the captain on this near side, looking to get an early ball into the box with his right foot. He does. It's cleared away at the near post, actually. And we know Sheffield United are going to defend for their lives today, aren't they? It's almost a free hit for them, isn't it? You know, we've said this before with games. You know, Sheffield United, if they lose 4 or 5-0 today, it's just like, well, what do you expect? And if they do anything other than that, and if it's a close game, if they give us a fight, if they even was to imagine getting a result here, it would be a massive, massive bonus for them, isn't it? They know their season isn't going to be defined by how they get on today against us, is it? That's not going to define their season at all. It's going to be what they do against the teams down the bottom end with them. That's going to be whether they stay up or not. But because they've got nothing to lose, they can come and enjoy this game, can't they? And relax, and there's no real pressure on them, is there? There's massive pressure on us today because we have to win. And really, we have to win well. If we was to scrape a 2-1 today or a 1-0, that's not really going to be, that's going to ask more questions than it answers, isn't it? We need to win this game comfortably. But anyway, it's a throw to Sheffield United on this near side. It is going to be Jack Robinson with it. He's not related to referee Tim Robertson, is he? Let's hope not. Anyway, it's the first time the referee Tim Robinson has actually refereed an Arsenal game. He's one of these new referees, which hopefully won't be as bad as some of the other ones. But that cross into the box is going to be comfortable for David Raya, all in black today. That's a good kick out, actually. But he says Gabriel Martinelli over on that far side. But Sheffield United have got everybody back quickly to stop a counter-attack. Terry says, I agree, and Jesus as well. We can't afford to carry anyone if we want to win things. Yeah, injury-prone players don't help you, do they? No matter how good they might be when they're fit. I think Thomas Partey's days are over anyway at Arsenal now. Obviously, not so much Jesus, but he just picks up another injury, just having as his best game of the season on Tuesday in Sevilla. I thought he was brilliant. He got a great goal, and now he's injured and going to be out again, which is just typical, really, isn't it? But what can you do? Anyway, Arsenal in possession over on the far side with Zinchenko, plays it back to Jakob Kiwior. Big day for him as well. He hasn't started too many games. In fact, I think that's the best. This is his first Premier League start, along with Emil Smith-Rowe. Nathan says there the best ability is availability. Well, it certainly helps, doesn't it? You can't play well when you're not available to play. If you're injured or whatever, you can't play, can you? It doesn't matter how good a player you might be. If you're not fit enough to play, then you're useless to the team, aren't you? Anyway, Arsenal in possession now. It is William Saliba plays it to Ben White up his near side now. It is Kai Havertz. So a big day for him as well. He's not sort of hit the ground running. An opportunity for him maybe to get a goal or two today. But Bukayo Saka switches the play over to that far side. Martinelli now running at the Sheffield United defence just inside the penalty area. Gabriel Martinelli twisting and turning, trying to get across. And he does get across into the near post. It's headed away, though, by Oliver Norwood, I think it was. Good play, though, from Martinelli there. Had a couple of defenders there for company. He twisted and turned and managed to get a cross in. Wayne says, bear in mind, City and United and Spurs as well beat this team late, all with a 2-1 scoreline. Aside from the Newcastle battering, they haven't been getting battered. No, they haven't, but they're not a great side, are they? So, you know, we should be looking at a big win. bearing in mind Man City played them away. Man United played them away as well, didn't they? It was only at Tottenham. Yeah, they did give Tottenham a scare, didn't they? Tottenham came back and won. But other than that, you know, I think they're a decent team at home. I think they'll give teams a game at home. I think away, we shouldn't have too many problems, should we? Redendra says, hi, Rich. Glad to see you all hit the likes for goals. Exactly, yeah. We need to hit the likes for goals. Good to see him. I hope you well. And yes, hopefully this will be a good Arsenal victory. But we've played 5 minutes and haven't managed to create a chance yet. We might do here. Gabriel Martinelli again. He's got 2 defenders for company. Does well. The young Brazilian finds Declan Rice. He's going to line up a shot as he on the edge of the box. He thought about it again. It's got deflected, and Sheffield United just about managed to scramble that clear, but not for very long, because Arsenal again have picked up the ball. Good play that was from Declan Rice. The shot was blocked. It almost fell to Kai Havertz inside the penalty area, but Sheffield United, some desperate defending there, and they're going to be doing a lot of this tonight, aren't they? You feel this afternoon? Sorry, they need to keep it tight, because otherwise we could score more than what Newcastle did against them, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now on this near side. Kai Havertz it is, just plays it back to Ben White, dinks the ball over the top looking for Bukayo Saka on this near side. Saka's done well, he's back to goal, holds off a couple of challenges, goes past them and then wins the throw. Arsenal looking to get everything moving quite quickly in its early stages. We know an early goal here today would really, really settle us down, wouldn't it? And we should then go on to win pretty comfortably. Here we're coming forward now. It's with Eddie Nketiah finds Saka in the box. Eddie gets it back. He's crowded out though, and Bukayo Saka couldn't get there. As Sheffield United hoofed the ball clear. And in fact, I think a free kick has been given anyway to Sheffield United. But Saka looking to get in behind and create something there. Eddie drops a little bit deeper. They're just showing the Declan Rice effort before. He thought about a shot 2 or 3 times, hit the defender, and Kai Havertz couldn't quite get there. Good defending, actually, there by Sheffield United. I think that was by Jack Robinson. And now the boys with goalkeeper Wes Foderingham goes long up this near side, but it's William Saliba's header. Sheffield United picks up the loose ball, actually, but it's now back down with Declan Rice just sitting in front of that back 4. Does a great job there, doesn't he? It's just done the same thing on Facebook it did before. It's just stopped. It's just shut the stream down on Facebook. I don't know why. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward. It happened the other game, didn't it, as well? It was some copyright issue. Somebody called football or something or other, some streaming thing. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, not too sure what's going on, but so it's been removed again. Let's see, is that the same copyright thing again? BN Media Group, it says here. What's BN Media Group got? Is there anything that I've shown on the stream so far? Absolutely nothing. Anyway, I'm getting sick of Facebook anyway, so I might not even bother with it anymore. The channel doesn't make any money from Facebook, so they can bugger off as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Sheffield United are in possession inside their own half. The ball's now back with Austin Trusty. Can he be trusted? Nathan says being, yeah, that's right, yeah, being sports or something. You know, what have I shown anything on the screen that BN Sport need to be concerned about? No. But it happened before. It was someone else. The other stream it was. What game was that? I can't remember now. Was it the last Arsenal game? I know it was a Chelsea game, wasn't it? And it was a different company who put in a copyright strike against it on Facebook. But it doesn't matter, does it? It's only Facebook, and we don't really care about Facebook, do we? Anyway, if you were watching it on Facebook, just come over to YouTube, and that's fine. That's all you need to do. You don't need to worry about anything else. Nathan says they are rights holders in Qatar and Saudi. Well, no, but I'm not showing the game, am I? So it doesn't matter what rights they hold. Oh, Sheffield United inside the box. Oh, nearly a chance actually there for Sheffield United. Well, Arsenal at full stretch there at the back, but managed to survive, and now we're looking to come forward. Emil Smith Rowe runs into a little bit of trouble actually there, but Sheffield United can't make the most of it. I mean, the rights to a game are only for the content to be shown, aren't they? And the stream I'm watching is nothing to do with them anyway, because it's not on the screen, is it? So, you know, I could be sitting in a stadium for all they know, commentating on the game. So they can't assume I'm watching any of their stream. And I'm not anyway. The stream I'm watching isn't from Saudi or Qatar. Nathan says, yeah, no, I just meant what are they doing trying to get your content shot? Yeah, I don't know. It seems mad. I'll say this is the second time now that they've done it on Facebook, but it's only Facebook, so I don't really care. They were also coming forward now that was looking for Kai Havertz. They wins the header, but it was cleared away actually by Sheffield United. And Arsenal now looking to try and pick up the loose ball, but it's Sheffield United who bring it clear. It is Ben Slimane there, plays it out to that far side to Vinicius Souza. That's a dink ball over the top, looking for Ryan Brewster inside the Arsenal penalty area. William Saliba comes across, knocks him flying, and now he's pinned back in that corner there. In fact, he's won a free kick. It was Jayden Bogle, it was there with the foul. Terry says, probably when you said Havertz played well, he deserves to be in the side. That's classic. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, to be honest with you. Because it's only Facebook. And Facebook, as we all know, doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, we've got a free kick now, which David Ray is going to take over on that far side, just outside the Arsenal penalty area. Kicks it long up that far touchline. It is a header there from Bogle ahead of Martinelli, but Arsenal back in possession. We played 11 minutes here at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 0, Sheffield United 0. And Arsenal haven't really created a chance yet, actually, which, you know, is a bit surprising, isn't it, given the nature of the opposition. But they are defending very, very deep. That's a long ball over the top looking for Eddie Nketiah. And he not managed to hold the ball up as he won a corner. He has won a corner. Austin Trusty didn't think it was. Those two probably trained together on a couple of occasions, didn't they? I mean, I know Austin Trusty never really played. He went straight out on loan, didn't he? Off-road says there, West London is red, white and black, it appears. Yeah, well, I don't know why we couldn't win there when everyone else seems to. But anyway, it is a corner now to Arsenal. Let's see if we can get this early-ish goal. Comes over on that far side. It's going to be Gabriel Martinelli with it, whips it in towards the near post. Goes all the way across the goal there. No one could get a touch. It was actually Kiwior coming in, looking to get on the end of that cross there, that corner from Gabriel Martinelli. He made a late run there, trying to get in on that far post, but he couldn't quite get anything on it. And it's gone behind for a goal kick to Sheffield United. But decent defending actually there from Robinson. It's a goal kick though to Sheffield United. They're trying to play it out from the back. Even the teams at the bottom of the Premier League insist on playing this style, don't they? Playing out from the back. I don't understand why. They're not good enough to do it, are they, in the Premier League? You know, you've got to play to your strengths. And, you know, for me, Sheffield United have got to get the ball away from their goal, because if they insist on playing it out from the back, they're going to end up conceding a few goals in this game. Anyway, they've won a throw from that particular time, and they've won another one now. We played 13 minutes. Still 0-0. And, yeah, there doesn't appear to be an awful lot in this game so far. And Sheffield United have actually been playing reasonably well. So, you know, maybe that fact that they've competed in a few games this season, maybe I underestimated them a little bit. Anyway, that ball there was looking to try and get Emil Smith Rowe in over on that far side from Jacob Kiwior, but it's dealt with there by Sheffield United, and now they've in possession themselves with Robinson trying to come forward actually, but he's put under a bit of pressure there. Has to go back towards his own goal, and now Oliver Norwood just touches it back to the goalkeeper Fotheringham. And now Sheffield United trying to come forward. That's a mistake though from them. We've got the ball now. Oh, it wasn't a great ball played into the box there. I think it was Martinelli. And in the end, Sheffield United dealt with it, and now they're on the counter-attack. Hamar inside the centre circle, tried a shot, and it's so bad it almost goes out for a corner. for a goal kick, for a throw, sorry. And that's how bad that shot was there from Gustavo Hammer, the Dutch midfield player. He was just about inside the centre circle and he tried to chip David Raya. It was off his line, but it went nowhere near the goal. Not a problem at all. He can do that a bit more if he wants. Anyway, is William Saliba plays the ball into midfield to Zinchenko, plays it forward to Eddie Nketiah, holds it up well. Now he's giving it to Bukayo Saka on this near side. Oh, that's a poor touch from Saka actually, but Ben White is there to pick up the loose ball, finds Zinchenko again, who's basically playing in midfield, which is what he does. Declan Rice now back to Zinchenko. Now it's with Kirill, plays it out to that far side. Gabriel Martinelli. Again, he's got two defenders for company. Gabriel Martinelli plays it in to the run there of Zinchenko, got the cross in, but it was far too close to the goalkeeper, Foderingham at that near post, who's caught that pretty comfortably there. He was trying to get in there, Zinchenko, just got that one goal. In fact, he tried to pull it back, and it was the defender, Norwood, actually, who got the deflection, and it was nice and comfortable there for the goalkeeper. One goal for Arsenal, of course, Zinchenko. Anyway, Foderingham with that long kick forward, and suddenly Sheffield United are looking to get an attack going of their own, but the ball is tidied up by Kirill, plays it back to David Raya, and he just touches it off to William Saliba. 16 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Sheffield United. Now, I said we might have to be patient in this game. I think we will. I think it's going to be one of those things where, you know, we're going to have to look for a way to break down this defence, and then I think once we get one goal, I think we can go on and get a few more, but it's getting that one goal, isn't it? That's what we've got to try and do. Saka now on the near side, plays it back to Eddie Nketiah very deep. And Arsenal just keeping possession, but we're just inside the centre circle now with Zinchenko. Just touches it off to Declan Rice. Strides forward. It comes back to William Saliba. Back on the ball, Saliba plays it forward to Nketiah. And it's now with Zinchenko again inside the centre circle, finds Kirill, plays it out that far side. Gabriel Martinelli, Arsenal keeping the ball, but not really. We're just moving it far too slowly. It's quite comfortable, this, for Sheffield United at this moment in time. When they've basically got 5 in midfield, 4 at the back, and they're dropping into a 5 at the back. We've got to move the ball quickly, haven't you? That's how you get through a defence like this. You move the ball quickly, but we've not really done that well enough yet in the game. But it's still obviously very, very early, and we've got plenty of time, and I'm sure the goals will eventually arrive. But the longer it stays at 0-0, the more confident Sheffield United will get that they can find a way to get a result here. They're certainly defending well. You have to say they're working extremely hard and making it really difficult for us. But this is where the top teams find a way to beat these teams, don't they? You have to, let's be honest. I say if we don't beat Sheffield United at home, then serious questions need to be asked. Steve says there, hi all, is this a friendly? Should be up by now. Well, we're playing it like it's a friendly in terms of the number of kind of sideways passes and the slowness that we're playing. It's almost like there's no intensity to our play, really. And it's at the moment it's quite comfortable for Sheffield United. Just give the ball away there, actually. Declan Rice it was, but he worked hard to win it back, and then he gave away a free kick. A little bit too keen to win the ball back there, wasn't he, Declan? And it is a free kick now to Sheffield United. This is where they'll probably be the biggest threat, won't they, from set pieces? You'd imagine they're not going to probably create too much from open play, are they? But certainly from set pieces. It's going to be Hammer with this set piece here on this near side. In fact, it's Vinicius as well, but it is Hammer with that ball, but it's overhit. Comfortable for David Raya, who kicks it long up that far side, looking for Gabriel Martinelli. He's going to get there as well. Martinelli having a good run at Bogle. Goes past one challenge, goes past 2 challenges, finds Bukayo Saka in the box. But the move then, the whole momentum of that attack broke down there, really. Martinelli's ball was a little bit behind Saka, and he wasn't able to get it under control. But I mean, Martinelli showed great pace over on that far side went past a couple of challenges and tried to find Bukayo Saka. Just behind him, wasn't it? He couldn't quite dig it out, and it ended up going back to goalkeeper Wes Foderingham. Terry says, Steve, afternoon, morning, evening. It is 1:21 a.m. In Australia. Wow, that is good stuff for you to be joining us at that time of the morning. Do you change your clocks there? We change our clocks tonight. I don't know whether or not that affects you guys there, but we will be putting our clocks back at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we'll get an extra hour in bed, which is good though, isn't it? Anyway, Sheffield United now in possession in the Arsenal half, which is the first time they've been there really for a while. Oliver Norwood plays the ball out to that far side to Bogle, gets it back again. The Sheffield United captain, Northern Ireland international, of course, Oliver Norwood plays the ball back. And we forced Sheffield United all the way back to goalkeeper Foderingham. Where's Foderingham, of course? We've not tested him yet, have we? We've not tested him yet, and we've played 20 minutes. So we're almost at the halfway point of this first half. And the goalkeeper hasn't really had anything to do yet, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. And Sheffield United now coming forward, actually, themselves. Brewster lays the ball off to Hammer, does well, and then pings the ball out to that far side. The Sheffield United actually are playing pretty well in these early stages here. This is a good run forward. A shot comes in from outside the box. It's Emil Smith-Rowe who blocks it, and then Declan Rice's header completes the clear. But we can't get the ball away. Sheffield United have got it again. It is with Vinicius plays it back. And Arsenal are just having to do a little bit of defending as we reach the halfway point of this first half. Almost reached the halfway point anyway. And yeah, not great, is it? Terry says, shame Arsenal don't show the same amount of effort. Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Steve says there, more fun watching paint dry. At the moment, you're right. Nathan says they're well organised. Yeah, no, they are well organised, but this is where we've got to be better. You know, we've got to move the ball quicker. We've got to pull them apart, disrupt their shape. And we've not done that, have we? I mean, 21 and a half minutes into the game, we haven't had one shot at goal yet. You know, you're playing a team who's sitting bottom of the league with 1 point all season, and we're just not. Yes, it's still early in the game, and I'm sure the chances will come later on, but it's not been great from Arsenal, has it, so far? Mark C says, yeah, to be expected, they'd keep 10 behind the ball. Yeah, exactly. I know we knew that's what they were going to do, but we've got to be clever, haven't we, to find a way to break through it. We've got to be able to do that, haven't we? You know, other teams will not. Other the top teams will, especially at home, you should be able to break through a team like this who are bottom of the league. You know, it's a long ball clipped over to that far side. It wasn't a great ball. Bogle's there with a header. And he comes to Martinelli, finds Zinchenko, plays the ball through. It's overhit a little bit. I don't know if Martinelli can keep this in. Can he? No, he can't. Poor ball that was from Zinchenko. Steve says Newcastle had 3 by now. Yeah, they probably did, actually. I said that game was a one-off. I think we have to accept that. You know, they're not going to lose 8-0 again. And it was just one of those days for them, wasn't it? Everything went wrong. In the end, they kind of gave up a little bit, didn't they? Which you don't see very often at the top level, do you? But I think since then, they've been a little bit more difficult to beat. They're still losing games, but at least they're competing a bit more since. But, you know, we should have far too much quality from here. And Sheffield United coming forward again, actually. And the ball played out to that far side. It's pretty good play, actually, you have to say. It was James McAtee. He's on loan from Man City. He'd be a decent young player, won't he? If he's on loan for Man City. Anyway, the ball's just been given away there by Bogle. Just kicked it out for a throw to Arsenal, which we've taken. And the ball goes back to Jacob Kiwior. And he just played a little bit of a tricky ball that was for Declan Rice to control, but he controlled it well. And now he plays it in to William Saliba. And again, Arsenal moving the ball comfortably from side to side, but slowly. And we're not able to pull them apart, are we? Zinchenko finds Eddie Nketiah, drops deep to link the play, finds Jacob Kiwior over on that far side, pings it in again to Emil Smith-Rowe, lays it off to Zinchenko. And there's not a lot of movement ahead, is there, at the minute? Not a lot of movement at all. Saliba now finds Ben White on this near side. pings the ball into midfield to Declan Rice, and Sheffield United have forced us back. And Ben White is going to play it all the way back to William Saliba, and that's back with David Raya. All that possession for Arsenal on the halfway line, and now the ball's back with the goalkeeper. This is really disappointing from Arsenal so far. Terry says Nelly don't look good. No, he doesn't. There, he got a late one there from Bogle, didn't he? And the referee Tim Robinson is going across to have a chat to the Sheffield United fullback there. There's a late one there, wasn't it? It looks like he'll be okay. It's just one of them ones, isn't it? It hurts for 5 minutes and then you're fine, aren't you? But he's still down, Martinelli, holding his ankle. Is he going to need some treatment? Or is he going to get up without any? No, he's getting some treatment now. And Trossard is warming up. Leandro Trossard. A little bit surprised with Jesus out that Trossard didn't start. Because if you remember last season after the World Cup, when Jesus was injured for a while, Trossard came in and he played really well, didn't he? And I'm surprised that wasn't the option today, really. Anyway, Jesus is sitting in the stand there with Cedric Suarez, actually. They must be talking in Portuguese, I'm sure, watching the game from the stands while Gabriel Martinelli gets some treatment. Arteta's called the players over to that near side. And again, he's giving them some tactical advice. You'd imagine that they should know what they're doing by now. And Arteta's just having a chat there to the team on the side, while Gabriel Martinelli gets some treatment. Hopefully he's going to be okay. It didn't look that, I mean, it was a late challenge. He clipped his ankle, but didn't look as bad as what it seems to be, actually. But anyway, he's still getting some treatment there on the pitch, but let's hope he's going to be okay. Sheffield United will come over as well to get some drinks and obviously some tactical advice. And let's hope that Martinelli's okay. We might well be getting back on with things now. Martinelli's back on his feet over on that far side. Obviously, he's got to go off because he's just been injured and had some treatment, and hopefully he's going to be okay to continue. He's still not moving too freely, actually. Just hobbling there over on that far side. He comes up towards halfway, and we're going to get the game back underway with that free kick. And Martinelli doesn't look too good at the minute, actually. But anyway, Ben White's in possession on this near side. Plays the ball back to Saliba. Now it's with Kiwior. Brings it forward over on that far side. Just coming up towards halfway. Plays it square to William Saliba again inside the centre circle. Still, there's not a lot of movement ahead, really. Smith Rowe drops in and plays the ball here to Ben White on this near side. It's very slow, this from Arsenal. Really slow build-up. Now it's with Kai Havertz, finds Saka on this near side. Saka now he's got a one-on-one with the fullback. Plays it infield, Declan Rice. He looks at is he going to think about a shot? He plays it into the box. It comes to Eddie Nketiah. Oh, that's a great touch. And it's a great goal. Eddie Nketiah has found his level. It is Eddie's goal. 28 minutes played. And it was a decent finish, that as well. And of course, that means only one thing. And as expected, it is 1-0. It took maybe a bit longer than we thought it might do. 28 minutes. It was Saka on this right-hand side, cut in field, played the ball into Declan Rice. And then Declan Rice's low cross. Nice take from Eddie Nketiah. And that's a good finish. Not great defending, you have to say, from Sheffield United there. It was Austin Trusty, actually, was made a bit of a meal of that, didn't he? I suppose he was caught on his wrong foot, really. But a nice take from Eddie there. Got clear of Austin Trusty and then slotted it past the goalkeeper. It was a nice goal, actually. Nathan says that was quality. It was a good finish. It was a really good finish. Mark C says, funny, I just drafted Eddie into my fantasy team. Well, the next question is why? But anyway, he's got you a goal, which is nice. Terry says, get in there. Eddie's in the room. We're down to 1-0 to the Arsenal. Indeed, it is 1-0 to the Arsenal. Wayne says 1-0 as well. Come on, you Gunners. Steve's Terry says there, Eddie running right in front of goal. Well, he's not exactly running right, is he? Steve says 4 more. Well, yeah, I said 5-0, so I'll be happy with 4 more. But ultimately, let's just get the win. You know, if we can add loads of goals as well, that'd be even better, wouldn't it? But I think now we've got that goal, it should settle us down a little bit, and now we can start to really go on and push on from here, and hopefully go on and get a comfortable victory. You know, that ball's played out to the far side. Martin, it looks as though he's okay now. Plays the ball in field to Declan Rice, who will get that assist, won't he, Declan Rice? It didn't look like the cross was going to be that much of a threat, actually. It just caught the defender on the wrong foot, and then a lovely little first touch from Eddie inside, and then a simple finish, a nice goal. And Arsenal lead. And Eddie now running forward, but was he fouled? The referee says no, it's foul to Martin there on that far side anyway. He just plays it back to Declan Rice. And it's squared to Emile Smith-Rowe. Steve says now they'll fall asleep. Yeah, we probably will. We'll probably do something daft, won't we? Concede a soft goal. But anyway, there's a long ball, hoof forward. And now Sheffield United actually are coming forward themselves, looking for an instant response. But good defending there from Declan Rice. And the ball falls to Kai Havertz here. And done well there, Kai Havertz wins the ball back. Ben White now steps in. Oh, a lovely little turn from Ben White. But he maybe did a little bit too much there. Maybe should have got rid of the ball after the lovely turn. Anyway, Sheffield United now coming forward themselves over on that far side, but Zinchenko defends that well. It is going to be a throw to Sheffield United. We have played 31 minutes. It is Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. And it was a very well taken goal from Eddie Nketiah. He was given a nod today, wasn't he, with Jesus injured, and he's justified that, hasn't he, with the goal there. I'm still a little bit surprised that it wasn't Trossard that was played, but anyway, it doesn't matter because we've scored, and Eddie Nketiah has scored the goal. I think that's his second, or is it his third goal of the season, isn't it, in the Premier League? He doesn't score enough goals, does he? But his goal scoring record isn't disastrous, is it, when you think he plays a lot of games from the bench? Oh, and he closed that down there, and the clearance has come off Eddie, but it's gone well behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Sheffield United. And it's looking as though this is going to be a really comfortable game for Arsenal, doesn't it? You can't see us having too many issues here. But we shall see. A long ball forward there from Sheffield United. Good header from Jacob Kiwior. Sheffield United now trying to come forward again over on that far side. Looking at the space out there. And it was good play there from Bogle. Keeps possession for Sheffield United. And now they're trying to come forward themselves. It is Robinson, plays it in to the centre circle, gets it back again. Robinson plays the ball forward. And there's a little bit of space here for Sheffield United, actually. The ball played in there for Hammer on this near side. Can he get across in? He can't because Ben White's there, deflected by it. It's a corner, though, to Sheffield United. And that was an opportunity there, though. In fact, he was offside, so it wasn't an opportunity. Did he not time his run quite right there, Hammer? Let's have a look. Well, he wasn't offside, you know. He definitely wasn't offside. I think if Dad scored there, that would have gone to VAR, and VAR would have given that goal. See, in a way, VAR, for me, should step in. And what they should do there is give the corner. VAR should say that's a corner because he was onside. Because that's surely what VAR is for, to get the right decisions all the time. It doesn't matter that the goal wasn't directly scored from there. It should have been a corner, and that's what VAR should be doing. VAR should be saying to the referee that was onside, it's a corner. But anyway, it's just one of the many things that is wrong with VAR, isn't it? That's one of them there. Just one example of it. It happens all the time, doesn't it? You know, VAR should be able to get involved in every single decision, shouldn't they? Then that way, the right decision's made. You know, let's say, for example, I mean, Sheffield United get that corner which they should have got. Say they score from that corner. They've been denied that opportunity wrongly because he was onside. So it can't just be only if it's a goal that they have to review it. It doesn't even take a second. You just saw one replay we saw, and you could clearly see he's onside. And then VAR just say to the referee, no, you give the corner, it was onside. That's what they've got to do. It takes 2 seconds. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now looking for this second goal. The ball's played through. It's Eddie Nketiah on the edge of the box again. But Sheffield United again managed to get the ball clear. As far as that, because I'm not expecting Sheffield United to come out now they're losing. Maybe in the last 5 minutes they might if it's still 1-0, but they won't, they don't want to risk getting a hammering, do they? They'll be quite happy to keep the score at 1-0, keep themselves in the game. That's what they've got to do. Steve says, like a no ball in cricket. I'm not really sure of the rules of cricket, actually. I don't know how that works. A no ball in cricket. I don't know what happens. I suppose they just bowl it again, do they? Or if it's given as a no ball and then say he bowled him out, they would review that and say he was out. But that's almost like if you score a goal, though, isn't it? I suppose. I just think the review should happen anyway. Watchalong will have a top from Declan Rice, and it's going to be Zinchenko in, but he couldn't get the wrong side of Trusty there, and it's gone behind for a corner. Zinchenko looks a little bit frustrated. It was a good ball, actually. Was it William Saliba, actually, with that ball over the top? And Zinchenko there couldn't quite get the wrong side of the defender. And it was actually Austin Trusty there who got back for Sheffield. It's a corner though to Arsenal, which we take short. It's now played back to Zinchenko again. Is he going to get across it? No, he's not. It comes back instead to Kirior, finds William Saliba. Does well, Saliba. Finds Bukayo Saka, just touches it off. Now it's with Jacob. Kirior again plays it out to that far side to Zinchenko, and it's back into Saliba inside at the centre circle. We had a corner and we've kept possession, but we've gone backwards rather than getting the ball in the box. This is what I don't like. Terry says there, this is so slow. Don't Redandra play walking football? As Arteta got the tactics right. Well, it seems to be very walking football at the minute, doesn't it? Steve says there, they tell umpire it's a no ball. Why can't VAR tell ref? Yeah, exactly. That's what VAR should do. They should be looking. Obviously, they're watching the game, aren't they? They're reviewing all the decisions. They've only got to just say to the referee in his ear, give the corner, it was onside, and that's it. Job done. Corner's given, and we carry on with the game from there. It doesn't seem fair that it's only when because who knows what might happen from that corner? Do you know what I mean? It's unfair if it's only when a goal results from it that they review it. They should review everything or nothing. You can't pick and choose which decisions you want to review. Anyway, also coming forward now, it is Saka over on that near side. Oh, that's a wild cross there from Bukayo Saka on his stronger left foot as well. It's gone behind for a goal kick to Sheffield United. 37 minutes played. It is still Arsenal 1 at Sheffield United. It's not been a great game. It's not been a great Arsenal performance, actually. But we've got the lead with a very well taken goal. Let's have a little score check, shall we, around the Premier League today. Obviously, earlier on, it did finish Brentford 0. Chelsea 0, Brentford 2. Pinnock and Mbeumo with the 2 goals there. It is Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1 as well in the 3 o'clock game. Important game, that, isn't it? Semenyo has equalised for Bournemouth after Taylor's given Burnley the lead. Big game there, isn't it, for those 2 strugglers there. And of course, that's it so far for today. We've got Wolves against Newcastle at 5:30. That's set to be a good game, that, isn't it? Wolves in good form at the minute. Newcastle coming off the back of that Champions League defeat. That could be quite an interesting one, couldn't it? Of course, most of the games are tomorrow. What with the Europa League and the Conference League on Thursday. West Ham at home to Everton, Aston Villa at home to Luton, Brighton at home to Fulham, Liverpool at home to Forest, and then at the Manchester derby. Is that 3:30 kickoff? Is that right? That's a strange time, isn't it? Why isn't it 4:30 kickoff tomorrow? Or is that 3:30 with the clocks changing? I don't know. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, it says it's kicking off at 3:30, which is very unusual, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal in possession with Ben White. It has been very, very slow, this game. Not quite sure why. But Sheffield United now, they will fancy their chances on the counter-attack, but there wasn't a good ball. And Jacob Kirior stepped in. Just looking through the notification out there about the removal of the content from Facebook. Very, very strange. Anyway. Arsenal in position now. Saka has gone back over to his more normal position on this right-hand side. But again, Arsenal playing backwards and sideways without really getting in behind this defence. But we're keeping possession. I don't know what the position stats are. Actually, let's have a look at the position stats because there's not much else happening, is there? So let's see what they are in this game. You'd imagine it must be, we must have 75% possession, surely. Let's have a look. Well, 66% it says here, 66 to 34. I'm surprised it's not maybe a little bit higher than that. Anyway, Saka's coming forward again, but almost reached. Nketiah comes into the box 0-2. Martinelli, who's just pushed out of the way there by a hammer, I think it was. But another Sheffield United attack doesn't really come to anything. And we've got the ball again. It says that we've had 3 shots to their 2. So maybe it's not been quite as comfortable as it seems to have been. Anyway, Smith Rowe on that far side finds Bukayo Saka. He's over on the left-hand side now, plays it back to Martinelli. Goes past one, tries a shot. Good save from Fotheringham there at the near post. It's a save you would expect him to make. He's got a look of Gal Clichy about him, hasn't he, Wes Fotheringham? It was Martinelli there with the shot. Saka's almost playing as a centre-forward there. Did well, Saka. Played the ball across to Martinelli. One touch past the defender and then a shot with his left foot. And oh, excuse me. And it's gone out for a corner to Arsenal over on the far side. It's our 3rd corner. Sheffield United haven't had any. Well, they should have had one, shouldn't they, as we saw. But anyway, that corner comes in. It goes all the way across. Not good defending. Kai Havertz is going to keep this in on this near side. Plays the ball back to Bukayo Saka. Now it's gone square to Zinchenko. Plays it looking for Saka again. Good defending that was. Zinchenko again. He's going to try a shot from distance with his left foot. He does. Hits one of the many Sheffield United defenders in the way. And the ball goes out to the far side. It's with Martinelli again. Martinelli's having another run at this Sheffield United defence. Plays it in to Bukayo Saka. Plays it back to Martinelli again. Now Declan Rice. Is he going to be able to get a shot away? Decent first touch. He's cut past the defender. Oh, he looked for Bukayo Saka in the box. Maybe could have tried a shot. Ben White instead. It's with Declan Rice again. Got a couple of goals for Arsenal already, hasn't he? Declan Rice. Maybe looking for a few more this season. You know, you'd expect a player like Declan Rice to get 4 or 5, wouldn't you, at least, in the role that he plays in this team. Anyway, the ball goes over to that far side. Martinelli again goes past the defender, gets to the byline, pulls it back towards the near post. The shot comes in from Smith Rowe. He slips as he hit it, and it's going to be deflected behind. It's another corner to Arsenal into the last 3 minutes of this first half. Nathan says that Facebook should actually check the content before putting a ban in place. If they had done, they would see there's no issue. Strange way of going about things, putting bans in place without checking. Yeah, what happens is people can claim to own copyright of material, and Facebook will just take it down. And then what happens is then I've got a certain amount of time to put an appeal in place. I've done this before. I've won loads of appeals, but you're right. They should check first. They shouldn't just ban the content, you know, because anybody could say anything, couldn't they? Oh, this is my content, without any proof whatsoever. And that shouldn't be the way it works. It should be the other way around, shouldn't it? They should have to prove that they own the content. Any content that I've shown, they need to prove they own it before it gets banned. It's not really like it, is it? Arsenal now coming forward looking for this second goal before half-time. Eddie tried a 1-2 there with Saka, but wasn't able to get away with it. And now Sheffield United can bring the ball out. It is nearly half-time, which can't really come soon enough because it hasn't been a very good game, has it? Let's be honest. Anyway, Sheffield United now looking to try to come forward and get an equaliser, which would be against the run of the play. But, you know, if we don't score the second goal, you're always at danger, aren't you? Kai Havertz now on his near side finds Bukayo Saka. Little bit of space. Can we get the second goal before the break? Saka goes around the outside, drills across in, deflected away. A good defending again by captain Oliver Norwood. And Arsenal still in possession. Kai Havertz on this near side plays it square to Declan Rice. It's gone square again to Zinchenko. That's with Martinelli again. Martinelli goes around the outside. Can he get a cross in? He can, but he's overhit it. In fact, it's gone behind. It is going to be a goal kick to Sheffield United into the last minute of the first half. There's going to be a little bit of stoppage time, isn't there? Because of that injury to Gabriel Martin. That's pretty much the only stoppage there's been, hasn't there? The game's flowed. It's just not been very exciting, has it? Steve said it should have had 2 by now. Yeah, we should have done. I mean, that shot there from Martinelli, which the goalie saved a couple of moments ago, is probably the nearest we've come to that second goal, isn't it? But anyway, we are coming down now to stoppage time at the end of this first half. Not been a great Arsenal performance, it has to be said. But we're 1-0 up and we'll take that for the time being. And it is going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. We're just about to find out what the stoppage time is going to be. A couple of minutes, would you say 2 or 3, maybe at the most? Not going to be a lot, is there? There's not been a lot of stoppages in this game. I'll say it's flowed pretty well. It's just not really very exciting. The ball's been in play quite a lot. Yeah, 3 minutes, and that'll all be for that Martinelli injury, wasn't it? That was the only real stoppage there's been. We are now into that 3 minutes of stoppage time. I don't know whether Arsenal are going to get this second goal before the break or not. But anyway, we shall see what happens. Coming forward down there, Jacob Kiwior dinks the ball over the top, looking for the run there of Smith Rowe, but it's overhit. Goes into the arms of goalkeeper Wes Foderingham, who looks a little bit like Gail Clichy, who said before. Mark C says, all the changes we've made has disrupted our usual flow. Yeah, it has, but you see, the point is, if these players don't play, every time they do play, it's going to be like this, isn't it? So you need to... What Arteta doesn't do, he doesn't trust his squad players enough for me. This has been an ongoing issue. So he tries to pick the same 11 every week. And then when he does make changes, some of these players come in like Smith Rowe. When was the last time Smith Rowe started a Premier League game? Do you know what I mean? And Kai Havertz has come in. He's been in and out of the team. Eddie's in and out of the team. Kiwior's never played a Premier League game this season or started one. You know, and these players, I like the fact that these players are playing today, starting this game, because that's what they need to do. They need to play more minutes, don't they? And it's going to lead to this until they're playing more regular, because but what they're doing in training, I don't know really. But anyway, I think the changes are a good thing. And if you can't make changes against Sheffield United at home, when are you going to play some of these players? When Smith Rowe going to get a game? If it isn't against Sheffield United at home, he won't finish the game. I'm pretty sure he won't. He's doing some defending here, though. Sheffield United looks to try to get something at the end of this first half. We played nearly 2 minutes of the stoppage time, and Smith Rowe there wins a goal kick for Arsenal. Steve says, did Chelsea lose? Imagine that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they lose at home to everyone except us, it seems. Anyway, we are now into the last minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half, which hasn't been... put it this way, at the end of the season, no one's going to remember this first half against Sheffield United, are they? Because it's been really, really poor. Mark C says ESR and some of the other fringe players should see game time in the West Ham EFL match in the next couple. Yeah, hopefully they will do. Yeah. Terry says, wish I'd take this first half. Could have watched it when going to bed instead of counting sheep. Yeah, it's not been great, has it? It has not been a great first half of football, let's be honest. But anyway, it's a throw now to Sheffield United into the last 30 seconds of the first half here at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 2. Sheffield United 0. Sorry, we're winning the game without really getting out of second gear. And Sheffield United are working hard and making it difficult for us, but we're not doing anywhere near enough. It was a good goal, though, to break the deadlock. And suddenly now Sheffield United are in on this near side inside the penalty area. It was Brewster there trying to wangle his way through, but in the end, he ran into a bit of a dead end. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle. It is half-time at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. Not a fantastic game of football, you have to say. Arsenal have had most of the possession, have had most of the chances, and it was a good goal. It was Declan Rice's low ball into the box. Eddie Nketiah, a nice little turn away from Austin Trustin, a nice little finish as well after 28 minutes. But we haven't tested the Sheffield United goalkeeper enough. We haven't moved the ball quickly enough. It's been very poor. It's been very drab. And it is what it is, but we're winning the game, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? You know, these games, as I said before, Sheffield United, it's a free hit for them, isn't it? No matter what happens in this game, if we do end up winning 4 or 5-0, well, we're away at Arsenal, what do you expect? And even if they lost 1-0 now, they would get out of a lot of credit out of this game, Sheffield United, wouldn't they? and we probably wouldn't. People say, well, why don't we go on and go on and win this game more comfortably, having got I say an early goal, not that early. I mean, 28 minutes, but we've got ourselves in front. Let's hope the second half's better, and let's see. But yeah, I mean, it has been disjointed, and obviously the changes to the team have been one of the reasons for that. But we've still got to do better, haven't we? We've got to do better, and yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully, we will do better in the second half. We'll get a few more goals and win this game pretty comfortably, but we shall see. So that is half time then. Not the greatest game of football, but we're winning 1-0. We'll take that, won't we? So it is at half time. It is 1-0 to the Arsenal at half time. Let's hope we're not playing that at full time because we've scored a few more goals, but we'll take a 1-0. We'll always take a 1-0, won't we? That's just the way it's got to be. You've just got to win the games, as many games as you can, and we've got to win this game. And let's hope that we do. But yeah, we haven't created enough good chances. We haven't created enough chances. In fact, I don't remember other than that one save from Martinelli, the Sheffield United goalkeeper had nothing to do, really, has he? He's had nothing to do, and that's not really good enough, is it? When we're playing against a team like this, we've got to do better, quite honestly. Anyway, I am going to go and grab myself a cup of tea for half time. So that's what we should all do. We should all go and get ourselves a cup of tea, shall we? And then we'll reconvene here in a few minutes' time for a little brief look back at that first half, and then look forward to hopefully a slightly more exciting second half with a few more goals. So join us very, very shortly. I'll be back soon with the second half time at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. Eddie Nketiah with the goals. Found his level, hasn't he? A team playing against Sheffield United, he's always going to score goals, isn't he, Eddie? And it was well taken, actually. It was a really good goal. So well done to him. So you'll join us very shortly for the second half. I'll see you soon, guys. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Other than to make a cup of tea, of course. Hello, welcome back. Got me a cup of tea. Lovely. Beautiful. And it is half time. As we said, it is 1-0 to the Arsenal, which of course is a score that we like, but not today. We want a few more, don't we? Terry says, "Come, you can't take this long to eat a Yorkie pie." Well, I was just now making a cup of tea. Lovely. It was as well. Well, it is. Good stuff. Good stuff. So currently, then Arsenal are sitting second in the table, 2 points behind Tottenham. Now we've got a chance, haven't we, to get some goal difference back, because currently Spurs are on plus 13. We're currently on plus 11, and Man City, of course, playing tomorrow. They're on plus 12. So this is an opportunity, isn't it, for us to really look at boosting that goal difference up, isn't it? Let's try and get it get it above Tottenham's goal difference, shall we? And looks as though we're going to remain the only 2 unbeaten teams in the Premier League. The 2 North London teams. Who would have thought that, eh? That we are going to be the only 2 unbeaten teams. Nathan says he used to know someone who took 10 sugars in their tea. No, 10 sugars. Wow, incredible. I'm surprised that they didn't have a heart attack. I mean, to be honest with you, I used to have 2 sugars in my tea, right, for years and years and years when I was younger. Always had 2 sugars in my tea. And then I read something somewhere. I saw something, I can't remember what it was now. And they were saying that over the course of a week, obviously with the amount of cups of tea that you drink, with like 2 sugars, they said how much sugar you was getting through in a week. And it was like a whole jar full of sugar or something. It just put in two sugars in your tea for a week. So that kind of made me think, do I really need sugar in my tea? And I started it without sugar after that, and I didn't really like it at first, but I got used to it now. And actually, I can't drink it with sugar in; it's too sweet. And I really like tea without sugar now. But anyone can have 10 sugars in. You wouldn't taste the tea, would you? It'd just literally be like drinking sugar, wouldn't it? I don't understand how that would work. I just don't get it. I wouldn't be able to do that. That's just not right, is it? You wouldn't taste the tea at all, would you? But anyway, I have it with no sugar. And very, very nice it is as well. Terry says the only positive from that first half was Havertz didn't stand out as doing nothing. They're all as bad. Havertz actually did all right in that first half. I thought he did everything that you could have wanted him to do. He's still growing into the team, isn't he? And I think that sometimes you just got to give him a little bit more time, maybe, just to settle in and stuff like that. He hasn't done anything bad in that first time. Didn't do anything wrong, did he? Yeah, it wasn't the greatest game. Obviously, it wasn't for anybody. You're right. No one's played well. But let's see what the second half brings, because it certainly can't be any worse, can it? We had 66% possession in that first half, actually, 34 to Sheffield United. We had 5 shots to their 2, 3 on target to us, none to them. 352 passes to us, 183 for them. 4 corners, no corners to Sheffield United. So, yes, obviously we've been the better team. Obviously we've dominated this game. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But we've got to get more goals, haven't we? We've got to get more goals. Anyway, the teams are coming back out for the second half. Arsenal doesn't look like there's any changes so far, which is going to be good. Terry says, let's give him until January transfer window. Oh, yeah, let's give him until at least January. Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see how many games he plays, because that's the key, isn't it? And let's see if this second half can bring some more goals. Eddie Nketiah's goal it is that separates the sides at the break here at the Emirates. And I say it hasn't been a great game. Let's just put it that way. But it won't be one that's going to live long in the memory. So that first half won't. We'll see what the second half brings. Let's hope it brings a few more goals. That's what we want, don't we? It's going to be Arsenal to kick off this second half, attacking the goal to our left, which is the North Bank. For those who are familiar with the Emirates Stadium, it is the North Bank that we're attacking in this second half, which is always good, isn't it? It does mean, though, Sheffield United are attacking the end where their fans are, in that bottom corner, of course, at the clock end. So it's a little bit more of an advantage to them in that sense as well. Anyway, we've kicked off. Goes back to David Raya, and he goes long up that far side, really long ball actually. Havertz trying to win the header. Smith Rowe wins the second header, but the ball's going to run through to Wes Foderingham. We are back up and underway here at the Emirates. There's an injury there to, is it Vinicius Souza there, the Brazilian. Everyone seems to have a Brazilian in midfield, don't they, these days? And that's Sheffield United's Brazilian. He just got a knock there from Emil Smith Rowe, who went to win that header. Anyway, the ball's back with the Sheffield United goalkeeper. It is Arsenal 1, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United looking to come forward for the first time in the second half. As Zinchenko tidies that. Well, the back pass was a little bit short, but David Raya has gone long. In fact, it's gone too long. It's gone all the way through to Wes Foderingham again. There's not many goalkeepers called Wes, is there, in the Premier League? Well, there's none, is there, apart from Wes Foderingham? In fact, there's no goalkeeper called Wes anywhere that I'm aware of. I can never remember. Anyway, he's not had enough to do for my liking in this game so far. The Sheffield United goalkeeper, we haven't put him under nearly enough pressure, and it's something that we're going to have to improve if we're going to win this game a little bit more comfortably, which we should be. Let's be honest, we should be winning it more comfortably. Anyway, Martinelli now on this near side lays the ball off to Zinchenko. Plays it forward to Eddie Nketiah again, just inside the penalty area, lays it off. In fact, he's offside, and it's going to be a free kick to Sheffield United. It's still very flat, this game, isn't it? Really, really flat performance. Not a lot to get too excited about, is there? Let's be honest. Sheffield United are in possession on this near side. So running behind there from Hamar, who's the midfield player who's been most advanced, hasn't he? He's been the one pushing on and trying to support Ryan Brewster. He was trying to get behind there, but Arsenal do deal with that, although not really deal with that well, because we're trying to play it out from the back. Declan Rice takes charge, as you expect him to do, finds Martinelli, and Martinelli's done well, actually. Finds Smith Rowe. And Arsenal keeping possession, but again, inside our own half. And this has been the story of this game. This is why we haven't really got too excited about this game so far. Anyway, Sheffield United are preparing a substitution already. You'd have thought, why didn't they do that at half-time? Unless there was a player who's carrying an injury and who hasn't been able to run it off. There's nothing obvious that we can see. There's no obviously injured player that we can look at and say, well, he was injured in that first half. We obviously don't know what goes on inside the changing room, but yeah, looks like Sheffield United are making an early substitution in this second half. And we'll see what's happening, who's going to come on and what difference it makes. Is it an attacking substitution with Sheffield United? Do they feel that they can maybe get something from this game? We haven't killed them off yet, so obviously they're in it, aren't they? So we'll have to see. Anyway, Arsenal are looking for that second goal now. Eddie Nketiah could have laid it off to Kai Havertz. He didn't, but he's fouled, and it's going to be a free kick. It was Luke Thomas, of course, on loan from relegated Leicester City. It was who committed that foul there. A little bit too keen there, wasn't he? The fullback for Sheffield United, Luke Thomas, and Arsenal have got a free kick. We took it too quickly there. The ref didn't like that, did he? And he's going to let us take it again. So we play, 4 minutes of this second half. There's been no goals and very little has changed, actually, in this second half. It's still quite poor, isn't it? But now Eddie Nketiah inside the box, tries a cross, but it's deflected off a Sheffield United player, and it is going to be a corner to Arsenal, another corner to Arsenal. So what we need to do is we need to get the likes up, guys, because we've only got, well, it's showing on my thing 8 likes, which isn't enough, is it? Come on, guys, 8 likes is nowhere near enough, is it? So let's get some more likes on, please, everybody. Come on, let's get some likes on, shall we? And let's get that up to 15. Then we've got a second goal. This corner comes in. Goalkeeper under pressure, doesn't really deal with it, and it's put in. It is 2-0, and I think it's Eddie again. It is. It's Eddie Nketiah again has made it 2-0, and surely that's that now. Just 4 minutes into the second half, the corner came in. The goalkeeper didn't exactly cover himself in a lot of glory there, did he? He went to punch it clear, didn't really get much of a punch on it at all, and it fell to Eddie Nketiah. And again, it's a good finish. It is a good finish into the roof of the net. And Arsenal have doubled their lead, and Eddie Nketiah has doubled his total for the game as well. It just fell to him nicely there, and he's drilled it into the top corner. You could say he couldn't really miss, and he probably couldn't actually. Not great goalkeeping there from Wes Foderingham, who made a bit of a meal of that, and then Eddie smashed it into the roof of the net. That's what you want. You see, you want your centre forward to be in the 6-yard box, and when your centre forward's in the 6-yard box, chances like that fall to them, and they score a goal. And that's exactly what's happened there. And it's Eddie Nketiah with the goal. Nathan says, game, set, and match. Yeah, you'd imagine so. Absolutely. Nathan says they can't see them. Can't see them coming back from that. No, I can't see it coming back from that either. Anyway, is there a VAR check going on here? The referee speaking to the Sheffield United captain. There is a VAR check. What are they checking for? Oh, I see. Is it Ben White in front of the goalkeeper? Oh, he does hit the goalkeeper actually. Whether that's enough to disallow the goal, I'm not sure. Has he given the goal? Yeah, I think he has given the goal. Yeah. I mean, it looked like Ben White steps across in front of the goalkeeper, but yeah, it isn't enough to disallow the goal. And it is 2-0, and that is, as Nathan said there, game, set, and match. Yes, it is game, set, and match. Absolutely no doubt about that for me. 2-0. And now can we go on and get this comfortable win that we were all anticipating, really? That maybe we haven't quite managed to get yet, have we? But let's see. It is now 2-0. Eddie Nketiah with 2 goals. Is he going to get a hat-trick? Would it be his first Premier League hat-trick? I think it might be, because I don't actually remember him. He got a hat-trick in the Carabao Cup, didn't he, against Sunderland a couple of seasons ago, didn't he? I seem to remember. Don't think he's got a hat-trick in the Premier League, has he, Eddie Nketiah? So it'd be a big moment for him, wouldn't it, if he was to do that? But anyway, let's see what is going to happen in the rest of this game. Marksley says that there are 200,000 challenges like that where players are in the proximity of the goalkeeper. No, exactly right, yeah. And I say it's not enough to disallow the goal. It wasn't enough to disallow the goal. If they disallowed that, that would have been an absolute joke, wouldn't it? Martinelli's just been clattered again on that same ankle that he got treatment for in the first half. And that might be the end of his day, maybe. There didn't seem to be a lot of contact on his ankle, actually. Oh, no, his foot went into the ground. Oh, that looked nasty. His foot's twisted in the ground, actually. It wasn't a contact from the defender. Well, sort of it was, but his foot planted on the ground and it twisted. Oh, that didn't look nice, did it? That didn't look nice at all. I'm not sure whether Martinelli's going to be okay. Seem to have a few injuries piling up all of a sudden, don't we? What with Jesus out, Thomas Partey, we're not sure what's happened to him, really, are we? But anyway, he's out as well. And now Martinelli looks as though he might have an injury, which wouldn't be great. Well, just showing us the 2 goals again. I mean, if they were going to give a foul on a goalkeeper there, you would imagine it would have been initially when the corner came in and he got that sort of missed punch on it. That you would have thought that would have been the moment, not the one afterwards when Ben White was literally standing next to him and did brush against him. Anyway, there wasn't enough that for me either way to disallow that goal. They haven't disallowed it, and rightly so. So Martinelli is back on his feet again, and hopefully he's going to be okay to continue. He looks as though he will be. He certainly wants to continue, doesn't he? And let's hope he's going to be okay to be able to do that. There's a long ball forward. They're looking for Eddie again, but he wasn't able to get hold of that one. It's rolled through to Wes Foderingham, and we are nearly 10 minutes into the second half. Arsenal are in what looks to be complete control. Let's be honest. It looks as though we are well in control of this game, and we are going to see this through with 3 points. I say that put us 2 points behind the leaders. We won't mention who the leaders are. We all know who the leaders are for the time being, anyway, aren't they? So yeah, that's that sort of situation where we are with that. And yeah, let's just see what happens for the rest of this game. We've got an opportunity to get some goals back, haven't we, in terms of goal difference. Our goal difference has been the worst out of the top 3 or 4 teams, hasn't it? So we got a chance to boost this today. And let's go on from here. There's still plenty of time left in this game. We've only played 10 minutes in the second half. Martinelli now looking to have another run at Sheffield United. It wasn't a great ball actually to Eddie Nketiah, but Eddie Nketiah was fouled. The Sheffield United player looked a little bit shocked that was given as a foul actually. It was Ben Slimane there, the Tunisian, and it was a foul. There's no doubt about that. And it's a free kick to Arsenal, which we've taken. Ben White on the overlap over on that far side. Pulls it back looking for Saka. Just didn't quite reach him. But Ben White was also getting forward. Again, well down that right-hand side. Declan Rice was trying to get the ball there. But Arsenal now in possession again. Havertz, it's into Smith Rowe. Tries to find Havertz again. Smith Rowe's got the ball back. But that's a poor ball, actually. It's gone out for a throw to Sheffield United. And Arsenal now looking totally in control of this game. And hopefully we can go on from here. And I say, get the 3 points. And yes, this game isn't going to be one that we'll talk about in years to come. Sometimes on this channel, we pick out games, don't we, from the past and remember them with great affection. This won't be one of those games that'll ever get mentioned on any channel, will it? Anyway, let's see. Yeah, we've got another attack. Saka goes to the byline, but the cross there, was it deflected or not? It's going to be a goal kick. That was good defending again from Robertson. I mean, you have to give Sheffield United credit today. They've defended really well. They've worked hard. And I think when a team's down at the bottom of the league, it's easy to look at the manager, isn't it, and say, let's sack the manager. And that tends to be what happens, doesn't it? But I think what you've got to look at is you've got to look at how the team are playing. Are they giving everything for the team? Are they giving everything for the manager? Are they doing everything that they can? And if they are, then you can't really blame the manager, can you, if the team are playing for him? Eddie now turns and shoots. Oh, he's got his hat-trick. Eddie has got his hat-trick. We've only played 57 minutes. Eddie has got his 3rd goal. And now it seems as though the floodgates are going to open. And Eddie Nketiah has got his match ball. He's just got it in his hand now. He's not going to actually get it for another 30 minutes till this game's over. But Eddie Nketiah has got himself a hat-trick, which is good. Gabriel Jesus is giving him some applause from the stand. Something Jesus hasn't done for Arsenal. So it's another hat-trick for Eddie Nketiah. It's Saka with the assist for that particular one. And well done, Eddie. It's been a good day for him, hasn't it? Smith Rowe was involved as well. Eddie was involved in it was actually Smith Rowe with the assist. It was Smith Rowe with the assist, sorry. Into Eddie there, and he shot across the keeper into the top corner. That's another good finish. That's 3 very good goals, actually, from Eddie Nketiah. He takes a lot of stick, and I don't think overall he's good enough for a top Premier League team, is he? But he's taken his goals well today. You can see his confidence is up, and he's finished his goals really well. Terry says, Eddie in the room. Steve says, too early, it's 3 now. Yeah, he said 2 before. Alfo says, Eddie time, about time. Yep. Mark C says, that must be his first hat-trick in the first team. No, he did score one in the Carabao Cup against Sunderland a couple of years ago. And that's his first in the Premier League, though, for Arsenal. There you go. Nathan says, tidy finish. No, it was a very tidy finish. All 3 of his goals have been good finishes, to be fair, haven't they? But he can be a decent finisher. And he's got himself a hat-trick today. Anyway, Sheffield United have made a substitution in the light of that goal going in. I'm not quite sure what that substitution was. Osborne's come on. Ben Osborne and Brewster and Ben Slimane have both gone off. And it is Archer and Osborne. So it's Cameron Archer and Ben Osborne have come on for Sheffield United at that point. So 2 young players there, maybe to give them some experience in the Premier League. Now the game is pretty much done and dusted, isn't it? Offroad says if he needs to step up and score like that against Liverpool, Man City, but he needs to, but he won't because he's not good enough, is he? Sheffield United playing against the Sheffield United. That's sort of about the level he is. That's where he'll score goals against teams like that. He's not going to score goals regularly against the big teams because he's not good enough. Kai Havertz has just won a free kick as we come up towards the 60-minute mark, and that is the first booking of the game actually. We've played nearly 60 minutes, and that's the first booking. It was Osborne who's only just come on. A little bit too keen there, wasn't he? Just clipped the heels there of Kai Havertz. And Ben Osborne, the substitute, has just got himself a yellow card. So he's going to have to be careful, isn't he? Having just come on. I don't want to risk getting a second one, does he? That must be one of the quickest yellow cards we've seen for a player coming off the bench. We've seen a few quick ones in our time, but that was quite mad. Anyway, Zinchenko now in possession for Arsenal. Jacob Kiwior plays by this near side to Gabriel Martinelli. He'll want to be looking to get amongst the goals as well, won't he? Zinchenko though plays it square to William Saliba. That's out to Smith Rowe. Sorry, it's to Ben White. Gets it back again off Smith Rowe. Sorry, that was Smith Rowe. Got the ball off Ben White. Now it's Zinchenko inside the centre circle. Plays up this near side. Jacob Kiwior plays it forward to Martinelli again on this near side. Arsenal's left. He's got a runner ahead of him. And there it goes. It is Zinchenko. He's not going to get there though. And that's strong defending. Well, actually, it isn't very strong defending, but he is now. And Martinelli steps in, and it's a throw to Sheffield United. Off-road says there, we are confident now. Players have got more energy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we've settled down. Anyway, Tommy Asu's coming on for Arsenal. He's going to be the first change. And it looks like there's another one behind him as well. I couldn't see who that was, actually. Anyway, we're coming forward again, looking for a fourth goal. Eddie Nketiah tried to play it into Kai Havertz. Sheffield not a clear away, but only as far as Martinelli on this near side. Martinelli gets to the byline, pulls it back. Oh, nobody there. There is a shot from distance. Oh, it was Ben White. That's a good save from Fotheringham there. Ben White looking for another goal there for Arsenal. It would have been his first goal since he dyed his hair. But yeah, that was a good effort actually from outside the box. Good strike and a good save, you have to say. It was a good save by the goalkeeper. Did really, really well. Declan Rice now plays it square to Kiwior. Arsenal now in complete control and looking for more goals. And I think we're going to probably get more goals as well. Martinelli now on his near side plays it to to Zinchenko. Plays it to Martinelli, gets it back. The Ukrainian plays it square to Declan Rice. Is he going to think about a shot from distance? I think he thought about it, but he changed his mind, played it out to the far side instead to Kai Havertz, gets it back, Declan Rice. Now it's with Ben White. He did just have a shot from outside the box a moment ago. It was a good save by the goalkeeper, you have to say. Zinchenko now turns and plays the ball out this near side. It is with Smith Rowe. Now it's with Gabriel Martinelli. Cuts in field. Gabriel Martinelli plays across towards the far post. Kai Havertz is there with a header. Heads it down. But Sheffield United managed to scramble it clear. We've got Dennis in the chat says, COY. I don't know what that stands for. Sorry. I'm not sure what that means. But anyway. Good to have you with us. Anyway, Sheffield United are looking to come forward themselves on a rare attack in this second half that's been, well, it's been dominated by Arsenal. And there's a free kick there, actually. It was a foul by Kiwior. It was on the substitute, Cameron Archer. And it is going to be a free kick to Sheffield United. 63.5 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal are heading for a very comfortable 3 points. It looks that way, doesn't it? It's been a very strong Arsenal performance. I think Trossard was getting ready to come on as well, actually, wasn't he? But we haven't made the substitutions yet. Steve says, come on. Oh, come on, you Steve. Is that what it means? Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because obviously we've got a few Steves in the chat usually, haven't we? So that's probably what it means, yeah. Of course, yeah. Well, what else could it possibly mean? Anyway, Sheffield United trying to come forward. And maybe it means come on, you Sheffield, maybe. For Sheffield United. Maybe we've got a Sheffield United fan in, maybe. But they're not doing very well today, are they? They're not doing very well this season, actually. But anyway, they're not going to get anything in this game. You wouldn't have thought so, would you? Looking at the scoreline and the way the game's gone. And I say, Sheffield United have had a free hit today, really, haven't they? Let's be honest. And they've played well enough, haven't they? For them, they've defended well, they've worked hard, but ultimately our extra bit of quality has made a difference. And the quality today's come from Eddie Nketiah as well. 3 really good goals from him. Ben White, they're almost adding to it there with a shot from the edge of the box. Good save that was by the goalkeeper, Fotheringham. And Ben White is now going off, actually, by the look of it. It is that first substitution. Tommy Asu is going to be coming on for Ben White, who departs the action. Good game from him again. I'm not quite sure I like his hair really, but anyway, I'm sure he does. And it is Takehiro Tomiyasu, who was brilliant, wasn't he, the other night in Seville? Had a really, really good game. He is coming on, and Martinelli's going off as well for Trossard. He's had a bit of a battering today, hasn't he, Martinelli, one way or the other. That's probably a sensible thing as well. Get him off. And it is Leandro Trossard that's coming on. He's made some big impact from the bench, hasn't he, before Trossard? Will he make an impact from the bench today? He must fancy his chance of getting a goal against this Sheffield United team with Arsenal 3-0 up. It's a good time to come on, isn't it, as an attacking substitute in a game like this. Mark C says, Rich, you remember Colin Hill? I do, yeah. I saw his one and only Arsenal goal with Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I remember that. I was at that game. He went to Blades and turned out to be a very good signing for them. Yeah, I think he did he play for, was it Sunderland he played for as well? I can't remember that. But yeah, no, I remember him. Yeah, at one time we had a bit of an issue, didn't we, at right back, and he played right back for like half a season, didn't he? But I remember that game against Nottingham Forest, we won 4-1, didn't we? And that was his only goal. Yeah, I do remember that. That was that's going back a long time, isn't it? 1983, I think that was. Wasn't it 83-84 season? I think Tony Woodcock scored a couple of goals against his former team that day. I seem to remember actually what happened was with that Nottingham Forest game. We'd lost at home to Coventry the week before, and then we played Nottingham Forest and we beat them 4-1. And then we went away to Aston Villa the following week and won 6-2. Tony Woodcock scored 5. Anyway, Saka now finds Trossard inside the box. Trossard does neat feet. Can he get across? And he can't. He's got two defenders ahead of him. Finds Saka now inside the penalty area still. Lays it back to Declan Rice. And Declan Rice looking for the run there. Tomiyasu over on that far side. A great run. Tomiyasu pulls the ball back. Looking for Trossard, but Sheffield United just about get it away. Nathan says he looks like Madge of Benidorm with that hair. He does, yeah. He does. I don't like it really. I'm sorry, Ben. You know, you're a great player and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I think your hair is mad, mate. Get it dyed back to normal. Doesn't really suit you, I don't think. But anyway, I'm sure he likes it. And we've got a few blonde players, haven't we? With Zinchenko, and Trossard's got blonde hair now, hasn't he? Smith Rowe, of course, as well. Anyway, William Saliba finds Jacob Kiwior. I didn't realise Colin Hill. Yeah, it was Sheffield United Colin Hill played. Well, I'm sure he played for Sunderland as well, didn't he? Let me let's have a check. Actually, I seem to remember him playing for Sunderland at some point. Colin Hill. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I do remember that goal he scored for us. He had sort of weird hair as well, didn't he? Let's have a look who else he played for. Colin Hill. He's 59 now. I know, West Sheffield United, yeah, he played for Brighton on loan, Maritimo, Colchester, Sheffield United, Leicester. He played 145 league games for Leicester, the most of anybody. He played for Trelleborg and he ended his career at Northampton Town. He had a decent enough career in it, didn't he? 437 league appearances, 10 goals he got in his career. So he had a long career, didn't he? It says he played 37 league games in 83, 84, mostly at right. But yeah, I remember him playing right back that season quite a lot, yeah. And then, of course, we signed Viv Anderson. So he went to Portuguese team at Maritimo, then he went to Colchester and Sheffield United. He won them promotion in 1990. Well remembered that he'd gone there. I don't know what made me think of Sunderland that he went to, but maybe it was just a red and white kit. Maybe I remember seeing him in like red and white sort of striped kit. But anyway, it was Sheffield United, you're right, yeah. And I say Leicester was where he played the most games for, actually, Colin Hill. Yeah, not a player that many Arsenal fans probably do remember, do they? He wasn't like he played that many games for Arsenal, did he? I think it was like 40-odd games he played. Came through our youth system, of course. And he scored that one goal. Anyway, Trossard now looking to get a goal himself. Already got a few for Arsenal, hasn't he? Coming down his left-hand side. Surely that's a foul there. And it is a foul. And Trossard caught a yellow card as well, actually, there for Bogle. And I don't think it's just for that foul, mate. He seems to be complaining about that being a yellow card. I don't think it's necessarily for that particular foul. I think it's just an accumulation of fouls because he's done a few. He's done a few in this game, hasn't he? A couple on Martinelli before, and he's got himself finally got a yellow card. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal on this near side We've played nearly 70 minutes here at the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 0. We were looking at a comfortable afternoon, and that's what we've got, haven't we? And the good news to me is as well, I had Arsenal in the last man standing this week, and I'm through to the next round by the look of it, which is good. But now I need to look at who I'm going to pick going forward. I just wanted to get Arsenal out of the way, really. And Sheffield United at home seeing the best one. A good free kick from Smith Rowe, punch clear this time by the goalie. A shot from distance. In fact, the referee has given a foul there on the goalkeeper this time, who's gone down. Wes Fotheringham, decent ball though, and he's come and punched that well, the goalkeeper, actually. I'm not sure he was actually fouled, but anyway, I'm not sure. Terry says that it's the other 99 before. Oh, you mean the other 99 fouls before? Yeah. And they've actually taken him off now, probably because they're worried he might get sent off because he has committed, as we said, a few fouls in this game. And it's, in fact, there's another 2 changes. Bogan and McAtee have gone off. McAtee didn't do a lot, did he? The Man City loanee, and coming on is Baldock and Fleck. Baldock and Fleck, of course, they both played, didn't they, the last time Sheffield United were in the Premier League, I think. I certainly remember those 2 names from Sheffield United from their last spell in the Premier League a couple of years back. And another couple of subs for Sheffield United. They've made 4 now. Arsenal have just made those 2. We're into the last 20 minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal cruising here, absolutely cruising to the 3 points, as we expected us to, let's be honest. Steve says there, will Jesus play against Newcastle? No, he's it looks like he's out for a few weeks, we were told. But we know what that tends to happen, doesn't it? When Jesus is out for a few weeks ends up becoming a few months, doesn't it, usually? But no, he's not going to be fit for Newcastle. And I doubt he'll be fit for the few games after that either, unfortunately. But then Newcastle haven't got Isaac either because he's injured. So they've got their own injury problems, haven't they? And of course, Sandro Tonali's banned for 10 months as well, isn't he? Anyway, another substitution for Arsenal. Saka's going off and Reece Nelson is coming on. Reece Nelson, of course, not getting enough minutes, is he really? And Saka, of course, he's going to have to take the armband off. Who's he going to give it to? This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Who is Saka giving the armband to? He's giving it to Eddie Nketiah. Wow, what a day for Eddie Nketiah. He gets a hat-trick. And now he is getting the armband as well. And Reece Nelson is coming on. And Bukayo Saka's departing. And Emil Smith-Rowe's going off as well. By the look of it, he got 73 minutes. Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't look very happy, does he? And it is Fabio Vieira coming on for him as well. He had an all right game, Smith-Rowe. He wasn't fantastic, was he? He did okay. Didn't see what happened with Arteta there. You see it, Arteta shake Saka's hand there. I didn't see what Emil Smith-Rowe done. There's clearly issues there with those 2, I think. And Smith-Rowe has gone off. Terry says another Arsenal captain being taken off. Yeah, exactly. And the real captain's still on the pitch. Steve says, go Nelson. Indeed, yeah. It'd be nice to see Reece Nelson get himself a goal, wouldn't it? Which would be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, Smith-Rowe has gone off and didn't look very happy, did he? He doesn't look very happy in general, actually. And I say he didn't have a bad game today. He got an assist for the 3rd goal. But I would imagine that if he's going to stake a regular claim for a place in a team, he needs to do more than he did today. He did okay, but yeah. Reece Nelson battling away over on that far side, and then he concedes a free kick. Yeah, I think it was on Luke Thomas. It's going to be a free kick to Sheffield United coming down to the last 15 minutes. Arsenal have made 4 substitutions as well. So 1 more for both teams can still make. Will we see Martin Odegaard today or not? Or is he going to get a complete rest? Very, very poor the other night, wasn't he? Against Sevilla, really poor. And he wasn't great against Chelsea either, was he? Let's be honest. Anyway, Sheffield United now in possession, but Kai Havertz has won the ball and then is fouled. So there you go. Mark C says they're doubting. Yeah, talking about Jesus. No, he's not going to play against Newcastle. I'll be amazed if he does. He's not fit. And they were saying a few weeks. I know sometimes, in press conferences, managers say a player's not fit for weeks and then suddenly they turn up in the squad, don't they? But I don't think that's going to be the case on this particular occasion. I do feel as though he has his injury. Look, it didn't look great the other night, did it? Let's be honest. Anyway, Trossard now coming forward. He can always come in, of course, against Newcastle, but no doubt Eddie's going to play, isn't he? Now, having got himself a hat trick today. It'd be a different test, so won't it? Newcastle away at St James's is a tough game these days. And is Eddie Nketiah good enough to be the match winner on that particular occasion? We shall see. Anyway, Trossard now is linked well with Zinchenko coming forward. Leandro Trossard whips across and a good ball. Oh, the header was coming in there. Shot comes in from Tomiyasu. It's gone wide, looking for his first ever Arsenal goal. He's come close on a couple of occasions, hasn't he, Tomiyasu? And he came close there as well. Good ball from Trossard, and Tomiyasu shot across the goal. Not a great finish, but good play again from Trossard. He always makes an impact off the bench, doesn't he? The Belgium, really good player. And he should be starting more games, really, shouldn't he? Anyway, Arsenal now forcing Sheffield United back. Good pressing from Fabio Vieira. Mark C says at least their goal difference has picked up nicely today. Come on, lads, time for another. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's picked up a bit. Yeah, obviously it's we've struggled to too many comfortable wins. The Bournemouth one away, the 4-0 there is our biggest win, isn't it, so far? And although we're winning games, we're not winning them by lots of goals, are we? Comfortable wins. We're sort of getting the job done. Which is fair enough, isn't it? At the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. But yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, to get a goal or two more. You know, it's nice to get a big win every now and again, isn't it? It's good for confidence. It's good for everything, isn't it? And that ball over the top from Kirill, looking for the run there of Zinchenko, but the ball's run through to the goalkeeper, Fotheringham. 77 minutes played at the Emirates. It is Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 0. And it's been probably our most comfortable home match of the season, hasn't it? Let's be honest. You know, so Sheffield United have worked hard, but they lack quality, don't they? They lack the quality necessary in the Premier League, and I'll be amazed if they stay up, if I'm totally honest. I remember that first season they came up, they were really competitive, weren't they? You know, they beat us at Bramall Lane, and they had a good season, didn't they? And then it all went wrong for them, didn't it, very soon after that? Steve says 5 goals. Well, 5 goals would be nice. Yeah, my prediction was 5-0, so I'd like to score 2 more. I very rarely get a score right, do I? I'm usually a goal or 2 out. But anyway, Declan Rice now looking to maybe try and get that 4th goal, striding forward. That's what I mean about the Patrick Vieira about him, when he gets the ball and drives us forward. He's done it so many times. And now he's dropped back in as well. He's an absolute machine, isn't he, Declan Rice? Long ball over top there for Sheffield United. A good defensive header though there from Jacob Kiwior. Sorry, that wasn't. It was from Williams. It was from Williams. Sorry, Jacob Kiwior's got the ball now. Zinchenko. Steve says, "Yeah, we need that killer. Put sides aside 5 or 6-0." Yes, we do. You know, you look at Man City, for example. They win these sort of games 5-0, don't they, on a quite regular basis for those teams at the bottom of the league when they're at home. That's what they tend to do. And we, you're right, we don't do that enough, do we? I mean, 3-0's 3-0. We'll take it all day long. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much, does it? 3 points is 3 points. And that's pretty much what you need from a game, isn't it? You know, we just win our games and hopefully it's enough. But yeah, it'd be nice to get the odd good victory here and there, wouldn't it? We don't do it enough. Yeah, we're coming forward again. Eddie Nketiah looking for another goal. He's gone down inside the penalty area there, claiming he was fouled. You see, that's almost a yellow card for diving. Maybe if you're not giving a penalty there, is that a yellow card for dive? Is it a dive? No, it was just a coming together. Actually, it's not either, is it? It's not a penalty or a dive. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Eddie claiming a penalty, but it was never going to be a penalty. That was it. Let's be honest. Why has it gone to VAR? Not too sure what's happening here. Eddie's convinced it should be a penalty. It has gone to VAR actually. Looking at a possible foul. Let's have a look at this in slow motion then. Oh, actually, yeah, because Eddie's just towed the ball away. The defender's come across. It is Austin Trusty. And that actually looks like it could be a penalty. I'm not sure whether or not everyone's set out for a goal kick to Sheffield United. In fact, it must be a goal kick to Sheffield United. A penalty wasn't given. It did look as though we look at the replay there actually from behind the goal. Eddie just got in front of the defender, just towed the ball past him, and then it looked as though the defender got there a little bit late. And yeah, that's one of the ones you can put down as seen them given. Soft, but you have seen them given, haven't we? So yeah, could have been, but they decided not to overrule the referee's on-field decision. The referee today actually has been okay, hasn't he? I say a new ref to the Premier League, Tim Robinson, never refed Arsenal before. And he's done all right today, hasn't he? It's been an easy game for him to ref, to be honest. There hasn't been a lot of stuff going on. There hasn't been a massive amount of VAR checks. There's been a couple, that's been it really. It's been a fairly comfortable game for him. But he's done well, the referee. And, you know, as much as we criticise them, it's nice to praise them when they do well, isn't it? And, you know, I always try to think I'll try and be fair on the show. And I think the referee today has done okay. He's just given Arsenal a free kick as well. Terry says, wrong leg for me for a pen. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But he kind of, Eddie did toe the ball in front, didn't he, before the defender? And then he's kind of been knocked by the defender, hasn't he? I think if the referee gives that, I don't think VAR overrule it. I think it just stays as a penalty. And the fact the referee didn't give it, again, I think VAR looked at that and thought, was there enough in that to change our mind? And obviously they've decided no. And I've got no issue with that actually. Either way, we'll go with what the referee said. It would have been a soft penalty. There's no doubt about that. But it's not like it's going to make an awful lot of difference to this game, is it? Because we're 3-0 up. We're into the last 8 minutes, and it's been, I say, very, very comfortable for Arsenal. They're coming forward again. Now, Eddie Nketiah, not a great touch for him, but it's been his day today, hasn't it, Eddie? He's played it looks like he's going to play the full game. He's got himself a hat trick, and he's done well today, Eddie, hasn't he? Well played to Eddie Nketiah. And as we said before, it'd be nice for him to step up in some other bigger games. Anyway, Hamar's going off. He did quite well, didn't he? Hamar for Sheffield United worked hard, and it is Unai's coming on. Ryan Unai, who's actually come from the Scottish League. He's a striker and a new signing for them this year. Ryan Unai. It looks like one, but it's got like a little thing on above the E, so I'm guessing it's pronounced Unai or Onay. Anyway, he's come on, a young player, another young player. They've given some young players minutes on the pitch, haven't they? You have to say fair play to Sheffield United for that. But ultimately, they are going away back up to Sheffield, back up the M1 with another defeat. And Mohamed El Neni's about to come on for Arsenal. So we're not going to see the captain today. We're going to see Mohamed El Neni. He's going to be the next change for Arsenal in these last 6 or 7 minutes. Oh, we might get a goal here, though. Fabio Vieira. Oh, he was caught on the edge of the box, was he? Referee says no. Fabio Vieira's gone down. Looks like he might have got a bit of a knock there. And Sheffield United trying to come forward, but Arsenal won the ball back. Zinchenko finds Eddie Nketiah with Trossard. Fabio Vieira still down inside the penalty. So you imagine Trossard's just going to put this out. And he does. And it was a challenge there from Norwood, who's basically saying there was nothing in that. Not really sure what happened. Let's have a look and see it. It looked like it was a foul the first time you saw it. It came back there and then the ball was deflected in. He won the ball. He did win the ball, actually. It was a good tackle by Norwood. But he did catch him as well. He won the ball and kind of caught him as well. Well, see, again, they're checking for a possible foul. Let's have a look here. Did he get the ball? See, I think he's got the ball there, and he did catch him, though, afterwards. Look there, he's got the ball. He's got the ball, hasn't he? You can't really see because Declan Rice's head's in the way. Looks to me as though he's got the ball, Norwood. I think this might actually end up being given as a penalty, though. Oh, did Vieira get the ball first? Did Vieira get his foot on the ball? I think Vieira's got the ball first. I think this is going to be a penalty when you see it really slowed down. I think Vieira's just got the ball first. It's just, is it inside or outside the box? Terry's gone outside for me anyway. Nathan says it's a penalty. I think we've decided now it's a foul. Is it inside the box? And the referee's going to go and look at the screen, which tends to suggest that VAR have told him that it's the wrong decision. He's going to come and look at the screen at Tim Robinson. Now into the last 5 minutes, are Arsenal going to get this penalty, or is it a free kick outside the box? As it's turned out, it looked like a good tackle at first. You see the replay, and it's clearly a foul. It's just, is it inside the box? That's what we've got to look at now. It's right on the line, isn't it? He's looking at the screen at the referee, and they've not actually showed him the replay yet. You can't see from that angle because that's behind it. That one there, Vieira's got the ball. See, it looks like Norwood's outside the box. And Vieira's just in front of him. Vieira's in the box. I mean, that's another tricky one, isn't it, actually, to be fair? You know, we criticise referees, we criticise VAR, and you have to say that when it comes to decisions like that, it's quite tricky, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one to decide, isn't it? One, if it's inside the box. It is a foul. I think it is a foul. Norwood's outside the box. Vieira's foot's inside the box. So I suppose it should be a penalty. We're going to find out now. The referee has seen enough of the screen. What's he given? He's given a penalty. He has given the penalty against Captain Oliver Norwood, and Arsenal got a chance to get a fourth goal, and it's going to be a yellow card as well for Norwood for that foul. And it is a penalty to Arsenal very late in this game. And I think you got that decision right. When you look at the replays, Nathan says tight call. Yeah, no, it was a tight call. It was a tight call as to whether he was in the box or outside. At first, he wasn't sure if it was a foul. Anyway, it is a penalty, sorry, to Arsenal. It looks like Fabio Vieira is actually going to take it. Fabio Vieira won the penalty, and he is going to take it as well by the look of it. They could give Eddie Nketiah his fourth goal, couldn't they? Anyway, let's see. Fabio Vieira with 3 minutes to play, or 3 minutes of normal time to play. And Fabio Vieira is about to take this penalty to give Arsenal a 4-0 lead. Terry says, come on, Fabio. Yeah, come on, Fabio. Stick this in, son. He hasn't scored many goals, has he, for Arsenal? It'd be nice for him to get one here. Fabio Vieira against Wes Foderingham. Fabio Vieira, his left foot, puts it in. It is 4-0. He sent the keeper the wrong way. And Fabio Vieira is with the goal. And I say a nice, comfortable finish there. Good penalty. Sent the keeper the wrong way. He put it quite central, actually, didn't he? The keeper dived to his right. And in it went, which is good. Nathan, I said 4. You did say 4-0. Yeah, there's still time to get more goals, though, isn't there? It could still be the 5 that I said, so we'll see. Fabio Vieira there with a penalty, decent penalty. If the keeper dives the right way, you may well save it because it's quite central, isn't it? But the keeper dives the other way. It's gone in, and Arsenal are 4-0 up. Steve says, come on, 5-0. Offroad says they're Billingham scored equaliser for Real. Okay, good stuff. Looks like Declan Rice is going off. Another great performance from him today. Brilliant stuff. And Mohamed El-Neni's coming on for Rice. So Rice baby is off. Mohamed El-Neni is going to come on for these last few minutes. Not quite sure how he's still an Arsenal player. I don't know. But anyway, Terry says, amazing how they give us a pen when it don't really matter. Well, it's all about getting the right decisions, isn't it? I mean, we don't get many opportunities for penalties, do we? So, but it's nice to get one. And it was nicely finished as well by Fabio Vieira. And it has been a very, very comfortable afternoon. Oh, we're just giving the ball away. It's Trossard, but he does well to win it back. That's what you want to see, don't you? When a player gives the ball away, you want to see them winning it back. And he's just won a goal kick as well for Arsenal. So we're into the last minute now of the 90. There's going to be a bit of a chunk of stoppage time due to that VAR delay there. There was an earlier VAR check as well for another potential penalty. So we're probably going to get 6 or 7 minutes of stoppage time, aren't we? A lot of the Sheffield United fans have gone home I'm not sure what they were expecting from this game. But anyway, let's see what happens. Terry said third Arsenal captain subbed off. He's not really Arsenal captain, he's never been captain, Declan Rice. I don't think he's won the armband yet. 10 minutes of stoppage time is going to be 10 minutes. Well, we wasn't expecting that much. I know there's been a few VAR checks. I don't quite know where they got that from. Offroad says there, Bellingham to Arsenal, pay 200 million, make it happen. Well, I don't think we can spend 200 million, can we? I don't think we, because of financial fair play and whatnot, with what we spent, I don't think we can do that unless we sell a bunch of players for quite a lot of money to make some money back. I don't know if we can spend 200 million on one player. Anyway, I'm not sure. Let's see what the transfer window brings. I can't see Bellingham wanting to leave. He's only just moved, isn't he? Anyway, we're into the 10 minutes of stoppage time, which does seem a bit extreme, doesn't it? Bearing in mind the way this second half's gone. But yeah, a couple of VAR checks, a few substitutions, obviously some goals, and still time then for some more goals. That's the good thing about it, isn't it? Steve says they got the money. Why not? Well, yeah, because financial fair play kind of puts a stop to that, doesn't it? You just can't spend money whether you've got it or not. There's rules in place. I know some teams seem to get away with it. Anyway, there's a foul there by Zinchenko on the substitute there. I don't know yet. Was he fouled? Anyway, it's a free kick to Sheffield United just outside the Arsenal penalty area on this near side. Are Sheffield United going to get a goal back? Most of their fans have gone home now, so they're going to miss it if they do. But anyway, it's going to be Oliver Norwood by the look of it with this free kick. And is he going to shoot or is he just going to dink it into the box? Anyway, it's going to be Norwood. Crosses it in towards the far post. Ball round the back, but it's going to go behind. Is it? No, it stays in. It still stayed in, and they're still trying to press here for the goal. Sheffield United, it would only be a consolation, of course. Terry says Bellingham's got a tattoo. Arteta won't buy him. Well, I don't know if he's an Arteta player. Plus, I'm not sure if we've got the money. Steve said, how much can you spend a season? Well, it's different for each club, isn't it? It's to do with revenue. It's to do with sponsorship deals. There's lots of different factors involved. But the fact is that we've spent a lot of money, haven't we, in the last couple of seasons? And I'm not sure how much more. The fact that we only got David Raya on loan because we needed to sell players to buy him tends to suggest to me we're not able to spend 200 million on one player in January at the end of the season. I don't know. That's my feeling as things stand. But who knows? I mean, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But I don't think Bellingham would come to Arsenal anyway. Now, I don't think he would. But he is a great player. There's no doubt about that, is there? Anyway, we have got the ball now, William Saliba. The game's at walking pace now. We've played 3 minutes of the 10 of stoppage time. And then he plays the ball up that far side. Comes back to William Saliba again. Plays it long up that far side. Can Arsenal get a fifth goal? It looks like not from this particular attack, because Sheffield United now coming forward on the counter-attack. But Mohamed El Neni's back there. And now it's Reece Nelson. Plays it to El Neni again. And he plays a square ball. And Arsenal now looking to come forward on his near side with Leandro Trossard striding forward for Arsenal. Running with the ball. He's got two defenders for company. He's done well. Trossard keeps possession, just lays it back to Fabio Vieira. Got the fourth goal from the penalty spot. His first goal of the season. Tomiyasu now. Ball now played up this near side. It's with Trossard again. Tried to thread the ball through there to the run of Fabio Vieira, but it was cleared away. And Sheffield United trying to come forward up this near side, but the ball's gone behind. It is going to be a throw to the visitors, and we have played nearly 5 minutes of the 10 of stoppage time. This game was over as a contest quite some time ago, let's be honest. Arsenal are just cruising to what's in the end been a comfortable victory. It hasn't been a great Arsenal performance, let's be honest. It's been very, very hit and miss. We've had some good moments. The goals have been decent. Obviously, the 3 goals that Eddie Nketiah scored in particular were very good goals. But yeah, it hasn't been the most free-flowing Arsenal performance, has it? But we've done the job we had to do, and we've done it fairly comfortably. Now we've got another opportunity for a goal here. Oh, a shot came in there from Eddie Nketiah. It's deflected behind, and it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. We've played nearly 6 minutes now of stoppage time, and Eddie is being helped to his feet. It's been Eddie's day, hasn't it? Let's be honest. He was looking for a 4th goal there. It's good defending, actually. The tackle came in there from Vicinius Souza, and it is a corner to Arsenal as we count down towards the end of this game, the end of stoppage time. Can we add a 5th goal? Just to put the final gloss on the afternoon's proceedings. It's a corner on that far side. Fabio Vieira has gone across to take it. Fabio Vieira going to whip it in with his left foot to the near post. It's flicked on. Comes to the edge of the 6-yard box. Shot and it's in. Oh, it's Tomiyasu. His first Arsenal goal. The smile says it all. Finally gets his goal. We said earlier, didn't we, how close he'd come to getting a goal for Arsenal. In front of the North Bank as well, and he celebrates. He's not really sure how to celebrate, is he? Because he doesn't score very often. Tomiyasu, the corner there fell to him inside the 6-yard box. Nathan says Tomiyasu. Terry says, "Ooh, Tommy." Yeah, it's nice for him to get a goal, isn't it? Good old Tomiyasu. And apart from anything else, I mean, we love Tomiyasu. And it's nice for him to get a goal, but I did say 5-0, didn't I? The corner there came in. Sheffield United didn't really clear it, and he shot it on a turn from the edge of the 6-yard box, Tomiyasu, and he's got himself his very first ever Arsenal goal. And you can see how happy the players were for him as well, actually, which is nice, isn't it? A little bit fortunate the way it fell to him, but he swung a foot at it, and it's gone into the corner. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Steve says me. I said 5-0. Yeah, we both said 5-0, Steve. Looks like we're going to be right, doesn't it? We've played 97 minutes, and I'm pleased with Tomiyasu. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Off-road says, who gets 5? I guess 5-0. Steve gets 5-0. And I finally might get a score right. I think it'll be the first one this season, I think, from what I can remember. You know, we needed a big victory at some point, didn't we? We wanted to, oh, no, they're going to VAR. I don't disallow Tommy's goal. Come on. You can't be disallowing his goal. That would be really, really sad, wouldn't it? It took him 2.5 years to get an Arsenal goal. Don't disallow it, mate. Is the VAR check over? Does the goal stand? It does stand. Go on, Tommy. Go on, Tommy, son. 96th minute. It's finally arrived. It's not quite up there with the John Jensen goal, is it, from all those years ago, his first and only Arsenal goal. But it's been a long time coming, and it's fully deserved. Well done to Tomiyasu. So pleased for him. Obviously, I said 3-0. I'm too cynical. Well, my score of 5-0 wasn't really anything to do with us. It was just how poor Sheffield United are, really. That was where that had come from. Usually, I wouldn't be so optimistic, I have to say. Steve says Newcastle got 8. Why not 5? Well, yeah, exactly. Newcastle were away as well, weren't they? Terry, so I said 5-0. If we hadn't scored 2 more, then we did and let one in. Well, yeah, but you didn't say 5-0 then, did you? Offo says, good day today. Arsenal is 5-0 and the mighty Posh won 4-2 away at Blackpool. Did they? Okay, that's cool, isn't it? Good old Posh. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Maybe we'll get a 6th goal just to make my prediction not come true, because I don't usually do very well on these score predictions. But it might be my day today, as it indeed it's Tommy's day, isn't it, as well? He's on the ball now, the latest Arsenal goal scorer. And there's a lot of empty seats now in the stadium. People deciding that even though we're winning 5-0, they're not going to stay and cheer their team off. They call themselves real fans, you know. You speak to anyone, I go to the games, I'm in the stadium all the time. Yeah, you are, but I bet you've gone home already. You're not even going to stay and cheer the team off, are you? Off-road says they Havertz can't even score against Sheffield United. Well, no, he hasn't done, no. But then Saka didn't score against them either, did he? Mark C says, very good impact from all their subs. Yeah, the subs have done well, you're right. They have done well. They definitely have. And, yeah, they have all made an impact, haven't they? And maybe there's going to be more goals to come. We're into the final minute now at a 10. And Reece Nelson, one of the other subs, he leaves it actually for Zinchenko. Plays the ball in to Kai Havertz. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, we thought that was going to be Kai Havertz's moment there. His first goal at the Emirates. Looked as though it was going to come there. Reece Nelson did really well. And then Zinchenko put the ball through there to Kai Havertz. He got there ahead of the keeper. Instant shot. And in fact, that's the last action of the game. It has finished here at the Emirates. Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 0. It was Eddie Nketiah. It was only 1-0 at half-time. It was Eddie Nketiah's well-taken goal. Gave us the lead. A flat performance, really. But the second half, Eddie got his second goal quite early on. A corner it was. Fell to him inside the 6-yard box and he smashed it into the roof of the net. He then got his hat-trick just by the hour mark. A really good finish that was from distance. And that basically sealed the points. Right at the end, then we got a fourth goal. It was a penalty. Fabio Vieira won it, and then he converted it as well. And deep into stoppage time, Tomiyasu, another substitute, scored his first Arsenal goal. Again, it was from a corner, a shot on the turn from the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's made the full-time score. Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 2, and that's great stuff, isn't it? So there you go. Terry says, "I'm not having a bad word said against Havertz." No, I mean, I thought he did okay today, Havertz, actually. I really did. I thought he did well. Had a decent game. Didn't do anything wrong. I thought he was okay. Anyway, Eddie's got his match ball, his first Premier League match ball for Arsenal. And he deserved it today for those 3 goals. They were brilliant goals, actually, all 3 of them. And, you know, I think let's not let that cloud our judgment to the fact, is he good enough to be a starter as a striker for Arsenal to be at the top of the Premier League? No, he's not. He wouldn't get a regular start, would he, at any of the top 6, 7, 8 teams? But he can come in and do a job. And today, you know, yes, the opposition, you have to say, wasn't great. But all you can do is the opposition that you're there, the games that you're there, you have to do your job, and he did it today. And he took his 3 goals really, really well. You've got to say he really did take them well. They were brilliant strikes, all of them. And he fully deserves that match ball today. And he should enjoy his evening because, yeah, no doubt he's going to get man of the match as well. And fully deserves. Steve said, if we are serious of being 5-goal game. Well, no, you're right. Absolutely. And I said that before. You know, that's why I said 5-0. Terry says, Richard, are you watching the right player? Havertz is great. He did all right today. What did he do wrong today? Nothing. He did the job he had to do. He had a big chance at the end there. Could have stuck it in, put it in a side netting. But, you know, he had a decent enough game today. Yes, you've got to look at the opposition. If an Arsenal player can't look good against Sheffield United, then there's a problem, isn't there? Because they are a very, very, very poor team. But he did okay today, and of course Eddie with his hat trick. So well played to Eddie as well. Offload says West Ham next. We will play the canteen staff against them. It's the League Cup. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think we can pick and choose which trophies we want to win and which trophies we want to go for. We've got to win something this season. Arteta has got to win something this season. With the time he's had, with the money that he spent, we have got to win something this season. And the League Cup is as good a chance as anything, isn't it? You know, Man City are already out of that, let's remember. So it makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it, for us? So I think we should go for it on Wednesday at West Ham. Play an half-decent team and go for it. That's what I would do. Try and win the cup. Yes, we've got a big game next weekend, of course, against Newcastle. We know that. That's going to be really tough, isn't it? But yeah, you know, all we can do is try and win every game. And I want to see us progress in the League Cup. I really do. Yes, it's the least important of the trophies that we're in. Of course it is. You know, given the choice, that would be the last one that we would choose. But I don't think we're in a position where we can pick and choose. We saw last season, didn't we? Everyone was saying, oh, yeah, don't worry about the Europa League. Let's go out of the Europa League because of the Premier League. But when you don't win the Premier League, what were we left with? Nothing. Had we stayed in the Europa League, we might have won that. And then, you know, suddenly we've got a trophy on the board. And I do think this season it's so important. And I don't really, I don't know, I don't really want to just go out of the League Cup, play a really weak team. I want to be competitive in that competition and try and go through. That's what I really want. Steve says there, title or FA Cup, anything we'll do this season. We need a trophy, don't we? Hannah says there, please, Jonas, must learn from Arteta because of, well, I don't know what you can really learn from Arteta. But anyway, today's been a good day. Arsenal got the job done really comfortably in the end. And we are now 2 points behind at Tottenham, who are top. And we've got a better goal difference in them now as well, which is good, isn't it? Sheffield United are still rock bottom, 1 point for them, minus 22 goal difference. They are really, really struggling, aren't they? They've lost 9 of their 10 games. Well, they are really, really poor, as we've seen today, really, really poor. Terry says their problem is we only have a half-decent team and a crap manager. We certainly have a crap manager. Anyway, the possession was 67% to Arsenal, 33 to Sheffield United. We had 13 shots to their 2. They had none on target. We had 8. We had 661 passes. They had 322. We had 6 corners. They had 1. And that is pretty much the story of the game. That's as comfortable a win as you're going to get, isn't it? Let's be honest. We kind of felt that before the game. It was going to be comfortable. It was comfortable. And, Sheffield United have gone. They are, I would say that they'll be amazed if they stay up. They're not a very good team. We had to do the job today. Sheffield United came with, 4 at the back, 5 in midfield, and made it difficult for us for a while. I said we maybe would need to be patient, but in the end, we'd break them down and get the goals. It actually worked. That game pretty much went almost exactly as I anticipated it would. We got the job done. Some nice goals as well. Well done to Eddie and Nketiah today. And 3 points, 5 goals. What more can you want? Terry says there, we're only 4 years into the process. Give Arteta and Havertz time. You lot are so impatient. Absolutely. I mean, that's why this season is so important. We really do need to win a trophy this season because of that fact, the time and the money. We've got to deliver something this season. We can't keep bottling things when it gets tough, and we've got to do that. But let's see. At this moment in time, we're unbeaten in the league. We're going okay in the Champions League, aren't we? We've got the League Cup coming up. Let's go for everything. We've paid a lot of money for this squad. Let's use the squad and let's try and progress as much as we can through all the competitions. That's what we want to see, isn't it? And that's what we're going to try and do. So it is West Ham next on Wednesday. So that's going to be good, isn't it? But it's been a good Arsenal win in the end. Not a great performance, if we're honest. We were just much too good for them in the end, and we got the job done, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So thank you to everybody for watching today. As finished there at the Emirates, Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 0. Eddie Nketiah with a hat-trick, a very good hat-trick it was as well. It was Fabio Vieira with a late penalty, and then Takahiro Tomiyasu's first ever Arsenal goal in stoppage time gave a gloss onto that scoreline. Fully deserved Arsenal win. Absolutely easily. Offroad says there, but Champions League place is a trophy. So Arteta thinks. Yeah, but I mean, it was never good enough in those final years under Arsene Wenger, was it? It was not good enough then. People wanted Wenger out. He was winning FA Cups. He was getting in the top 4, and that wasn't good enough because then Arsenal fans had some sort of ambition for their club to be winning trophies and to be winning Premier Leagues and challenging again. Whereas now, everybody seems happy to just plod along, get top 4, maybe put the pressure on Man City a little bit. And I want us to start winning trophies now. We have got to win trophies, and we've got to start this season. I don't care which trophy it is necessarily. Yes, it'd be nice to win the Premier League. Wow, that'd be amazing. The Champions League, incredible. But either the other 2 cups would do something. If not, you have to wonder whether this manager can survive. Or should survive. He probably will survive, but should he, if that was the case? But anyway, that's a conversation for another time. We're second in the league. We're unbeaten. We've just won 5-0. Let's enjoy that, shall we? Let's enjoy the fact that that's what we've done, and let's enjoy that we've got a cup game coming up in midweek. That's going to be good, isn't it? Terry says their problem is our subs came on and do well. Arteta don't play you again for months. Yeah, that is a problem, absolutely. But we have got a League Cup game in midweek, so maybe some of these players who played today will play again. Will Smith-Rowe play again? Let's hope so. QER again. Let's. Why not? Why not play a similar side on Wednesday as we played today? Terry says there, which is your dream? You want trophies? No, I just want trophies for Arsenal. I want trophies for Arsenal. But what you've got to think to yourself is, with the length of time this manager's been here, the amount of money he spent, those he's got to win a trophy. He's got to. And, yes, it may well be a dream, but I just want Arsenal to be successful. I want Arsenal to win a trophy. I want to experience that again, a big trophy, The Premier League, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? And to be fair, if Arteta wins a Premier League as Arsenal manager, then that's fair enough. He deserves all the credit that he'll get for that, and I'll be fully supporting that. But up until now, he hasn't convinced me that he's going to be able to do that. I don't think he is able to do that. So, but let's see. We've got to win something this year anyway, quite honestly. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, his time will be up. But I don't think that's going to happen, even if he doesn't win a trophy. If we get top 4, he's going to probably get another season, isn't he? Again, he probably will. But anyway, we've won 5-0 today, so let's enjoy it, shall we? Let's be positive. Offroad says, "Are you doing a Manchester derby tomorrow?" No, I'm not. A couple of reasons. One, because I'm not really interested in it. And the second reason is I'm actually going to watch some women's football tomorrow. So we're out and about going to watch that game. It's the Newcastle women against Nottingham Forest. We're going to watch that tomorrow. We're going to the ground, and that's going to be good. I'll be doing a vlog of that, but yeah, I won't be doing the Manchester derby, unfortunately. No, I've got to be honest with you, I don't tend to watch a lot of other games. I don't enjoy modern football really very much. I watch Match of the Day. Obviously, I watch the Arsenal games. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to watch other games in the Premier League very often. So, no, unfortunately not. Mark C says, not only do we need a trophy, it really is about time we won a European one. Well, it is, but we're not in a position yet, are we, to win the Champions League? We've not been in it for a long time. And I think we're a bit off that level to expect that. I thought last season's Europa League was our chance. We should have really gone for that because that was there for the taking, wasn't it? And we didn't do it. And now we're in the Champions League. It's going to be hard for us to win that, I think. I think it's going to be nearly impossible for us to win that. So one day, maybe, not quite yet, but that's my feeling on that. Offroad says, midweek, folks. Yeah, take it easy, my friend. See you on Wednesday for the West Ham game, which is going to be, it's going to be good. Let's hope we can win and go through, which would be nice, wouldn't it? See what the team lineup is for that. But yeah, it's finished today. Arsenal 5, Sheffield United. Our biggest win of the season, and it's always nice to get a good win, isn't it? And good day for Eddie Nketiah as well with his hat trick, which will do his confidence a world of good as well, wouldn't it? And he may well get another start on Wednesday night. So yeah, join us for that. Coming up before that, I'll say I'm at the Newcastle women's game tomorrow, so there'll be a vlog of that on the channel, so check that out. And we'll be live on Tuesday as well for the Lionesses against Belgium. They won last night, just 1-0. It was a bit of a tight game. And of course, we're playing away in Belgium on Tuesday, so we'll be bringing you coverage of that as well. So join us for that if you can. Wednesday, of course, it is the game against West Ham Carabao Cup. We'll be covering that one as well. And of course, next weekend, there's some big games, isn't there? Arsenal, of course, away at Newcastle on Saturday at 5:30. Going to try and get some tickets to that and get there for that one. So stay tuned for that. There might be a vlog. If not, obviously, I'll be doing a watch along. I'll probably go to the game anyway and watch it in the pub. And then, of course, Sunday, the Arsenal women. So some big stuff coming up on the channel over the next week or so. So please join us for it. Please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Terry says, forgot you going football tomorrow. Enjoy it. I hope your dreams come true. Just don't rely on Arsenal bringing them to you. Well, that's what it's about. For 40 odd years, that's what it's been about, isn't it? Arsenal hoping in time that Arsenal are going to win some trophies and stuff like that. It's what it's about, isn't it? And I'm sure one day it'll happen. We'll win the Premier League again at some point. I'm sure we will. But yeah, join us obviously on Tuesday as well for the Lionesses game. Terry says, come on, you Gunners, come on, you Lionesses, come on, you good girls, indeed. So join us for all of that then. Thanks for watching today. I say, please give us a like before you go. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll be back live on Tuesday for the Lionesses and, of course, Wednesday for the Carabao Cup game against West Ham, which is all going to be good fun, isn't it? So join us for all of that. I will see you very soon. I say thank you for watching and come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. 5-0 today. That was good, wasn't it? Well done, Eddie, by the way. Well done, Eddie Nketiah. You fully deserve your match ball, my friend. 3 great goals. and carry this on. You might have to play a bit more now with Jesus injured. Let's get some more goals, Eddie. Hey, come on. But really good today from Eddie. Man in a match, Eddie and Ketia. Never thought we'd be saying that, did we? Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 0. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you very, very soon. Ta-da. Oh, don't forget the clocks go back tonight at 2 o'clock. So make sure you don't miss that, because I don't want you to be late. So you put your clocks back.